gbénu tán àwọn ètò afúnilòyè akọ́nilọ́gbọ́n eré ìdárayá obìnrin tó rọ́ṣẹ́ kókó ọba olúwa ló sọ wá dọ̀gá o. aṣíwájú ni wàá tàn káàkiri ọlọ́run ló sọ wọ́n dẹ́kẹ́ yìí dẹ́gbẹ̀gbọ́n adùnbárin máa tò sí sámi wa àwa ló ṣáájú táwọn tó kù ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn wa àṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yọ oorun ṣòun ṣàní ìfẹsẹ̀ kárí ayé ni wọ́n ń gbọ́ wa lórí ayélujára. Fresh FM àkùkọ dìrì ẹwà inú gbẹ̀yẹlé ọba olúwa ni ó dá wa dọ́gba. ẹ máa forí wọrí ẹ máa forí wọrí Fresh FM ti dára máa
Fresh FM akọgun láàrin àwọn ìkànnì yòókù.
nǹkan yìí dá mi lójú bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni ó yé mi yéké ọjọ́ òní bá tilẹ̀ korò ọjọ́ ọ̀la mi á dára.
ta ni ẹni náà tó rò wípé ìpè fáànù òun ti bọ́ há. irúfẹ́ ìbànújẹ́ wo ló mú ọ fomi jésù gbére ojúṣu bíi tótó. àbó ti gbàgbé pé lásàrù ti dòkú tó ti ń rùn. lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ kẹrin tó ti kú jésù jí dìde padà sáàyè. ìbànújẹ́ ti àti tàwọn ènìyàn sì padà wá dayọ̀ po. ìró ìbínújẹ́ tiẹ̀ náà ṣetán láti dayọ̀ lórí ètò wákàtí májẹ̀mú Covenant Hour. tá a fi sọrí àgbékalẹ̀ ìtúsílẹ̀ látòkè wá tá a pè ní sọ ìbànújẹ́ mi dayọ̀. gbogbo nípa ìbànújẹ́ tó mú ọ sunkún àsùnkì lórí wọ́n sọ dayọ̀ lórí ètò wákàtí májẹ̀mú Covenant Hour. ó ń ṣèrìn àjò ìtúsílẹ̀ ọkàn àti tara lórí afẹ́fẹ́ lórí ìkànnì yìí.
láàrin aago 4 sí aago 4 àbọ̀ ìrọ̀lẹ́.
ní gbogbo ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ. níbi tẹ́ ti máa ṣalábàápàdé màmá wa tọ́lúwa fiṣẹ́ ìtúsílẹ̀ pọ́nbélé rán láti ìpìlẹ̀ Lady Evangelist Bímpé Ọlájídé. sọ ìbànújẹ́ mi di ayọ̀. ètò tó ṣàtúntò ẹ̀mí olùgbọ́ni láì fi tẹ̀sí tàbí ti ẹ̀yà ṣe wípé bó ti wù kẹ́ kó pẹ́ dalẹ́ tó ayọ̀ ń bọ̀ lówùúrọ̀
nǹkan yìí dá mi lójú bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni ó yé mi yéké ọjọ́ òní bá tilẹ̀ korò ọjọ́ ọ̀la mi á dára.
ta ni ẹni náà tó rò wípé ìpè fáànù òun ti bọ́ há. irúfẹ́ ìbànújẹ́ wo ló mú ọ fomi jésù gbére ojúṣu bíi tótó. àbó ti gbàgbé pé lásàrù ti dòkú tó ti ń rùn. lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ kẹrin tó ti kú jésù jí dìde padà sáàyè. ìbànújẹ́ ti àti tàwọn ènìyàn sì padà wá dayọ̀ po. ìró ìbínújẹ́ tiẹ̀ náà ṣetán láti dayọ̀ lórí ètò wákàtí májẹ̀mú Covenant Hour. tá a fi sọrí àgbékalẹ̀ ìtúsílẹ̀ látòkè wá tá a pè ní sọ ìbànújẹ́ mi dayọ̀. gbogbo nípa ìbànújẹ́ tó mú ọ sunkún àsùnkì lórí wọ́n sọ dayọ̀ lórí ètò wákàtí májẹ̀mú Covenant Hour. ó ń ṣèrìn àjò ìtúsílẹ̀ ọkàn àti tara lórí afẹ́fẹ́ lórí ìkànnì yìí.
láàrin aago 4 sí aago 4 àbọ̀ ìrọ̀lẹ́.
ní gbogbo ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ. níbi tẹ́ ti máa ṣalábàápàdé màmá wa tọ́lúwa fiṣẹ́ ìtúsílẹ̀ pọ́nbélé rán láti ìpìlẹ̀ Lady Evangelist Bímpé Ọlájídé. sọ ìbànújẹ́ mi di ayọ̀. ètò tó ṣàtúntò ẹ̀mí olùgbọ́ni láì fi tẹ̀sí tàbí ti ẹ̀yà ṣe wípé bó ti wù kẹ́ kó pẹ́ dalẹ́ tó ayọ̀ ń bọ̀ lówùúrọ̀
aláṣọ àṣírí ni ó wá dáṣọ àṣírí lára bòmí o má jẹ́ káyé mi dàbí máṣíìnì tó ń ránṣọ bó ti ń ránṣọ tó ìhòòhò ló máa ń wà. Èmi kò lè dá ṣe. 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 Àyàfi tí ó bá ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Àyàfi tí ó bá tì mí lẹ́yìn, èmi kò lè dá ṣe. Jésù mi ò lè dá ṣe. Ràn mí lọ́wọ́ Jésù mi ò lè dá ṣe. Iṣẹ́ iwájú mi pọ̀ bàbá ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Ràn mí lọ́wọ́ Jésù mi ò lè dá ṣe. Ràn mí lọ́wọ́ Jésù mi ò lè dá ṣe. Ràn mí lọ́wọ́ Jésù mi ò lè dá ṣe. Mo ti tiraka Jésù Olúwa ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Ràn mí lọ́wọ́ Jésù mi ò lè.
Òun nìkan ló ní ìrànlọ́wọ́ lọ́dọ̀. Lórí pé kò sí bá a ṣe lè mọ wojú èèyàn. asán ni ó já sí.
iṣẹ́ iwájú mi.
ìwé mímọ́ ní ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé ènìyàn asán ni.
ràn mí lọ́wọ́ Jésù mi ò lè dá ṣe.
bẹ́ẹ̀ nínú ìgbàgbọ́ nínú Ọlọ́run
Jésù ọjọ́ lọ.
lọ́lá ìdúró tàbí rọ̀gbọ̀kúlé
ní àdúrà
ọgbọ́n ẹni.
ó fàwẹ̀ kú wọn lẹ́ni tó fẹ́ dáṣọ fún ni o ṣebí ìtọ́rù rẹ̀ là ń wo ìyá yìí tó gẹ́ òjì.
gẹ́gẹ́ ni ọ̀nà àbáyọ. mo tún kí yín ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí àkọ́tún ètò.
ràn mí lọ́wọ́ Jésù mi ò lè dá ṣe.
ètò Covenant Half Hour.
lọ́wọ́ Jésù mi ò lè dá ṣe.
ètò sọ ìbànújẹ́ mi di ayọ̀
iwájú mi.
pẹ̀lú Lady Evangelist Bímpé Ọlájídé.
ràn mí lọ́wọ́.
èmi mọ̀ pé lónìí Ọlọ́run yóò tún fi ọwọ́ tọ́ ọkàn gbogbo wa.
ràn mí lọ́wọ́ Jésù má ṣe dá mi dá.
ẹ jẹ́ ká ní ìgbàgbọ́ ká sì pa ọkàn pọ̀ síwájú Ọlọ́run. mo ní ìgbàgbọ́ wípé tiwa yóò ṣeé ṣe. màmá mi ẹ bá mi kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tí ń gbọ́ wa.
ẹ kú ilé o, mo kí gbogbo ẹni tó ń gbọ́ mi ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun, mo kí wa lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà, mo kí wa káàkiri àgbáyé, mo kí ọmọdé àgbà ọkùnrin onílé àti gbogbo àlejò pátápátá pé ẹ kú ilé o. ní ọ̀sán yìí mi ò fẹ́ mọ tó ń là kọjá, Ọlọ́run nínú àánú rẹ̀ yóò sọ ìbànújẹ́ wa dayọ̀. Orúkọ mi ni Lady Evangelist Bímpé Ọlájídé lè ní wákàtí májẹ̀mú níbi tí Ọlọ́run ti ń sọ ọkàn olóríjorí ọlọ́kanjọkan tí ń sọ ìbànújẹ́ wa tó ti ń sọ ọ́ di ayọ̀. Lórúkọ Jésù yóò bá wa pàdé ní ìkóríta ẹni wa. Lórúkọ Jésù.
àmín. ẹ̀yin kí wàá ní ẹ ní fún àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lónìí.
ẹ ṣeun, kí n tó tẹ̀síwájú ẹ jẹ́ n padà sọ́dọ̀ dàrẹ́tọ̀ kan ṣoṣo èyí tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ rẹ̀ nínú ayé gbogbo wa pátápátá ọlá porongodo ìgbà ọba mi Àdìgún Adésínà Àríwọlá òtílẹ̀kùn sílẹ̀kùn ẹlẹ́bùrú ìkẹ́sílẹ̀kùn ọlá àkọ́kọ́ kókó baba aláìní baba olùgbèjà ọmọ òrukàn, the anchor of our chief, the pilot of our plane, the road safety of our vehicle, the first solicitor general and the most senior advocate, my mentor, my instructor and my great and wonderful director, the answer to all our prayer, the great warrior, the battle fighter, the wiper of all tears, the great warrior. Aṣáájú ogun lálọ akẹ́yìn ogun lábọ̀, ẹ̀rù tí ń gbé ẹ̀rù mi ẹlẹ́bùrú ìkẹ́ tó ṣe pé tó bá gba wájú ilé ta ní bàbá ńlá bàbá ẹni tó lè mú, alágbára ńláńlá tí ò láfiwé kò láfijọ, ọba mi tó yẹ̀yẹ́ àwọn oníyẹ̀yẹ́ ò yẹpẹrẹ àwọn ayẹpẹrẹ ní gbogbo adójútì ní pátá àwọn lẹ dójútì, àwọn ọlọ̀tẹ̀ àwọn lẹ rán lọ sí ilẹ̀ gbígbẹ kò láfiwé o. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ò lẹ́ni tó jọ the great physician and the first gynecologist sọ́jú ọ̀nà àgbà tójú sójú ayé lọ. ẹ ṣe nítorí pé ẹ dára, the most senior security abánigbé abánitan abánidá, ọba tó tún wá ń bá ní dá tí ó tún wá bá ní débẹ̀. abiyamọ àgbà ọjà yín ò gbórí kò fàya kò tú kò sì lè dánú kò lè pòórá. Ọlọ́run ẹ ṣe nítorí pé ẹ dára sí wa wá wo tó yẹ kán tà kán fi ràtùpà tó wá fàánú sọ wá dẹni àjítànáwó ẹni kékeré dẹni lálóbá sẹni kan dẹgbẹ̀rún. ẹgbẹ́ tálákà wa dìde látòrí àkìtàn wálé bá tún mú wa jókòó pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ aládé kábíyèsí o látọjọ́ bí ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ sẹ́yìn ẹ tún pa wá mọ́ bí ewu gọ́gẹ́ nínú ọwọ́ yín, nínú àánú yín, nínú ìtọ́jú yín, nínú ìdásí yín. àmọ́ lóore aparú burúkú níwájú ẹni tó kò ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ ayé àtọ̀run lọ́wọ́ tí ò sì sẹ́ni tó lè gbà lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. ọba mi tí ò ṣe bínú sí, kò ṣe é dìtẹ̀ mọ́, kò ṣe é dojúkọ, arógun gbógun mi, aṣáájú ogun lálọ́ akẹ́yìn ogun lábọ̀, the answer to all our prayers, the beginning and the end. ẹni ìṣáájú àtẹni ìkẹyìn torí pé ìgbà gbogbo ògo adúpẹ́ ọ̀run ẹ̀rí tẹ́ ẹ ṣí, adúpẹ́ ìtúsílẹ̀ tẹ́ ò tún ṣe, adúpẹ́ lórí gbogbo ẹ̀rí tí ẹ ò tún sọ di ńlá, ẹ ṣe kún gbogbo ìbànújẹ́ àwọn èèyàn tẹ́ ò tún sọ ọdọ ayọ̀ lónìí, adá gbogbo ògo padà. ògo ní forúkọ Olúwa, mímọ́ ni ọ́ bàbá torí pé ìgbà gbogbo ògo yín ní fífẹ́ nikẹ́ni tàbí ohunkóhun. ẹ ṣe torí pé a ó padà wá sọ pé ẹ ṣe Jésù Olúwa wa.
àmín.
àtòbí jù bá mi ṣe àtúndì dàmásàyé mi ní kòlòfò. ọba ìdánidàkúndàbọ̀ dàkún àṣẹ níbánidáró máa yà lọ́dọ̀ mi.
bó ṣe jẹ́ náà nìyẹn. àwọn nǹkan wo wá ni a fẹ́ gbé ní ìgbésẹ̀ ní òní yìí.
ẹ ṣeun gan, mo dúpẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ pè láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá. mo dúpẹ́ torí pé ẹ ti ẹ̀ gbọ́ràn, ẹ sáà ṣe pé ṣàjà ṣe wò bóyá yóò ti ẹ̀ jẹ́. ẹ lè sọ ẹ̀rí nìkan fún mi. àkókò àti wá máa pè láti jẹ́rìí sí tọ́lọ́run ṣe látọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá. ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ gbọ́wọ́ lé rédíò, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ fi fóònù tẹ́ ẹ ná fóònù sókè, abẹ́yìn tẹ́ ẹ pè mí pé bó o ní ká ti ṣe, tí mo sì fún yín lásẹ̀mẹ̀ntì tí Ọlọ́run sì gbógo fọ́lẹ̀. gbogbo yín òní mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ pè kó tó di pá tẹ̀síwájú lórí prógámù tòní. ẹni tá a ṣe lóore tí ò dúpẹ́ ó dàbí ọlọ́ṣà kóni lẹ́rù lọ ni Psalm 119 verse 46 ó lé mi ó máa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀rí rẹ̀ níwájú àwọn ọba èmi kì yóò sì tijú. ìwé Revelation sọ wípé wàá mú wọn lára dá nípa ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀rí wọn. so nítorí náà ẹ já pè sórí fóònù wa fóònù tá a fẹ́ fọwọ́ fi nọ́mbà síta láti sọ ohun tọ́lọ́run ṣe. kò ní dá Ọlọ́run fún testimony kó o lè fi kó ọ̀gọ̀rọ̀ kan wá síwájú Ọlọ́run. mọ̀ dọwọ́ bò mọ̀ gbé pamọ́ toríjọ́ mi tó bá béèrè kì í ṣe onítẹ́tẹ́ onídá Ọlọ́run mọ̀ tó mọ̀ pọ́mọ tí ò mọ̀ọ́re ni ọtọ́rọ́ fún ọ ní testimony yẹn kó o lè fi jèrè ọkàn kó o lè fi kó ọ̀gọ̀rọ̀ wá síwájú Olúwa. nítorí náà mọ̀ dọwọ́ òrè bọ̀sọ̀ o lè mọ̀ dárúkọ rẹ tọkàn rẹ ò bá dárúkọ ìwọ sàásán tọ́lọ́run ṣe pé Ọlọ́run ṣe báyìí lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá nígbà tí mo ṣe báyìí nígbà tí mo gbọ́ lé rédíò kí Ọlọ́run lè bá a fún ọ ní mi ojú òní tì wá lórúkọ Jésù. mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá mi mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń fìfẹ́ hàn wá mo kí ẹ̀yin all the supporters of the work of God ẹ ṣé o. ẹ̀yin tẹ́ tún ní lọ́kàn náà pé ẹ̀yin náà ó dá sí i mo gbàdúrà tọmọ yín bá pẹ nìkan ẹgbẹ̀rún èèyàn òun ló máa dá lóhùn lórúkọ Jésù. ó yá.
nọ́mbà tí a pèsè lélẹ́yìí 091301049 091301049 àti 08093331049 lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i 091301049 091301049 àti 08093331049 ó làwọn ojú òpó tẹ́ pè sí. bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ tún lè mọ̀ wò wá kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ gbọ́ wá lójú òpó Facebook Fresh FM Òṣogbo òun lẹ́tẹ̀ síbẹ̀. hello ta ló wà ń bẹ̀.
hello ẹ gbìyànjú èrò ló pọ̀ ó yá.
hello.
hello.
ẹ̀yin bẹ́ẹ̀ bá gbìyànjú ojú òpó àkọ́kọ́ tí ò bá lọ ẹ lè gbìyànjú ẹ̀kejì ẹ̀ ló ta ló wà ń bẹ̀ o.
hello.
ẹ
káàsán máa o a gbọ́ testimony yín.
orúkọ mi ni Jésù Fọlákẹ́ Susan.
Olúwa ṣeun mo gbọ́ yín.
mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún ìtọ́nà ń ṣe nínú ayé mi àti ìdílé mi.
okay God bless you. hello lórí ètò yìí ni ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ gba testimony lórí ètò yìí ni mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ pé o kì í ṣe testimony wá láti ta o ẹ gbọ́ program ẹ pè mí ẹ gbọ́ wọlé rédíò tí a fẹ́ gbọ́nu hello ma.
hello.
hello. lórí ètò yìí ni testimony tá à ń gbà bóyá ẹ gbọ́ níjẹ̀jọ́ ẹ gbọ́ wọlé rédíò ẹ na fóònù yín sókè ara yín dá ohunkóhun abẹ́ ẹ pè mí mo fún yín lásàmẹ́ǹt àwọn tí mo fẹ́ kí wọ́n ó pè nìyẹn.
hello ta ló wà ń bẹ̀.
hello ẹ ti wọlé. hello.
ó dàbí pé nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì ọ̀gán ò ní agbára lórí bá a ṣe ń gbé mi ní ṣe ń já. 091301049 08093331049.
hello.
hello.
ẹ káàsán sà.
ìpẹ̀lẹ́ kí o tó.
ẹ ṣeun gan sà à ń gbọ́ ẹ̀.
àwọn ìgbẹ́ tí last week náà bọ̀ sákàní káàkiri náà.
ṣùgbọ́n ṣé ẹ gbádùn ìwọ̀nba tó bí tó dé dúró lọ́sàn-án yìí. ibi tó dé dúró ṣé ẹ gbádùn rẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn àgbẹ̀ yìí dá gbọ́ lónìí.
ó dà ẹ máa bá wa ká lọ yes sir. ó yá àwa tá a ní testimony àwọn èèyàn pọ̀ tán ní testimony mi ò lè bá yín sọ ẹ̀yin ní kẹ́ ẹ pè kẹ́ ẹ sọ kọ́lọ́run tún lè fún yín ní míì.
hello ẹ káàsán ma.
ẹ káàsán ma o.
yes ma.
ṣàlàfíà lẹ wà.
ẹni tó lọ mọ̀ ni mà adúpẹ́ mọ̀.
ó dà mú gbọ́ ẹ̀rí.
yes ma. ní lọ́sítà ọ̀dẹ̀ yẹn tẹ́ni tí ká gbọ́wọ́ lé rédíò tèmi náà ṣàṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ di tó mi mú unfortunately ní àná the least test tí mi ti except for the send owó sí mi lókọ̀ pé ṣe ṣe send account number ní fóun send owó sí mi so ìdí ẹ̀rí mi lélẹ̀ o.
ẹ̀rí yóò wà títí láì lórúkọ Jésù.
àmín ẹ ṣé gan ma o.
Olúwa ṣeun.
091301049 08093331049. hello ta ló wà ń bẹ̀ o.
hello à ń gbọ́ yín o.
ó ti já.
èrò pọ̀ lójú òpó ni ẹ mọ̀ gbìyànjú ẹ já forí rẹ̀ hàn kó lè ṣe mí o.
hello.
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 ẹ ti wọlé ẹ káàsán máa o.
ẹ káàsán máa o. ẹ kú sí olúwolúwa agbára dọ̀tún o.
àmín Jésù.
ayọ̀ ti láti Òṣogbo.
à ń gbọ́ yín.
ìgbà tẹ́ fi ní pé kí a jó ijó láti 12 títí di 2 yẹn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
àti mo ṣe mo rọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run nínú ayé mi.
bí àpẹẹrẹ ẹsọ tẹ ẹ rí ẹsọ máa kò sẹ́ni tí ó àtáàkì ẹ Ọlọ́run ló fún yín ó yá ẹ sọ fún mi kí ni àwọn àpẹẹrẹ tẹ ẹ rí ẹsọ.
àpẹẹrẹ tí mo rí ni wípé òmìnira ayé mi ọlọ́run dè mọ́lẹ̀ táìmù yẹn.
àwọn èèyàn wá ń ṣe dáadáa sí yín.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni àwọn èèyàn ṣe dáadáa sí yín.
Olúwa ṣeun, God bless you. ẹ já gbọ́ láti bò mí.
091301043331049 ó ní àwọn ojú òpó
wákàtí májẹ̀mú sọ ìbànújẹ́ mi dayọ̀.
hello.
hello ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ sá.
ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o sálàáfíà lẹ́wà.
ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ wá o.
ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o.
ẹnìkan tí ọlọ́run mọ̀ ní o.
mò ń gbọ́ yín.
kí ọjí láti kìtẹ́ ní pé ká dúró fún wa ká gbọ́wọ́lé fún wa.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
nínú síbẹ̀ mo sì dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́run ní ọjọ́ Wednesday ọmọ mi kan ó dé láti travel. ó ṣe wọlé báyìí náà ló ti wá ló tún jáde padà. àwọn ọmọ mi wá sọ pé bọ̀dá àwọn tiẹ̀ wọlé wọ́n tún jáde wọn ò tiẹ̀ fáwọn ní nǹkan àbọ̀ wọn ò tiẹ̀ fáwọn ní ìkẹta. èmi náà bá sáré gbé sẹ́ẹ̀tì mo bá pè é bá ní òun sì máa pè mí pé òun sáré lọ bì kan ní tó dá kíákíá kí n sẹ́ǹdì àkáàtì nọ́mbà mi ṣóun ó fi sẹ́ǹdì owó sí wa nìyẹn o ó bá mi dúpẹ́ fọlọ́run o.
ẹ̀rí yóò wà sílẹ̀ lórúkọ jẹ́ wọn bá ní àmọ́ gba ìpè lọ tẹsítímọ́nì yẹn pọ̀ gan.
orí mi sókè ọlọ́run mi nígbà tí ìṣòro dé tí kò sí olùrànlọ́wọ́ mọ́ orí mi sókè ọlọ́run mi orí mi sókè ọlọ́run mi orí mi sókè ọlọ́run mi nígbà tí ìṣòro dé tí kò sí olùrànlọ́wọ́ mọ́ orí mi sókè ọlọ́run mi bàbá o orí mi sókè ọlọ́run orí mi sókè bàbá orí mi sókè ọlọ́run mi nígbà tí ìṣòro dé.
A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́rìí àtàwọn tí ò ráàyè pé wọlé àtàwọn tí ń já àtàwọn tí wọn ò tiẹ̀ tí rò pé só yẹ káwọn ó pè àwọn kan rò pé àbálà ni àbí kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ bóyá coincidence náà mo gbàdúrà pé ẹ̀rí gbogbo wa ó wà títí láì lórúkọ Jésù kò sì ní sí tí ó àtáàkì ẹ̀ kó tó di pé mo sọ ohun tí mo fẹ́ tọ́lọ̀ rán mi lénìí ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ nǹkan kan fún wa o ìlú tí ò sófin ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ò sí ìlú tẹ́ṣẹ̀ bá wà kò sófin ìlú yẹn ni bá a ti ní píríncípù àgbékalẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lọ́lọ́run ní báwo ló ṣe máa rí nígbà tẹ́ bá bímọ sáà nígbà téèyàn bá bímọ tó bímọ tí ó wá rán ọmọ yẹn nílé ìwé tó ṣe wàhálà tó di arugita tó di aru omita apọnmita tó ṣe kan kéré tó ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ àbó sì gbowó oṣù náà nítorí pé àti jẹun kánú gan torí ọmọ ó di ṣòro ọmọ òun wá kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gboyè ó sì ríṣẹ́ ó wá ríṣẹ́ tán ẹ wá pè láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kan kò ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ sí wa lórúkọ Jésù o ẹ wá sọ fún un pé ìsọ̀lá ọmọ bá díẹ̀ kú atalà lọ ọmọ òrí mọ́tò yàntìtì ọmọ bójú òun rọ àṣà wọlé kò sówó tí láti jẹta èmi àti ìyá rẹ ò jẹun kódà owó iléèwé rẹ gbèsè tá a jẹ kó tó di pé ó kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gboyè ó wà ńlẹ̀ dákun fowó ránṣẹ́ sí wa o ọmọ yẹn wá pè yín pé ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run síbẹ̀ yín lẹ mú un wáyé ẹ ti bí òun tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe lẹ ṣe ẹjọ́ ẹ mọ̀ yọ òun lẹ́nu mọ́ o òun náà ti ní bùkátà torí náà ń kọ́ ẹ mọ́ pè mí mọ́ kò gbé kọ́ yín mọ́ kò sì fowó ránṣẹ́ báwo ló ṣe máa rí lára yín ẹ mọ́ bá ń dá sí stúdíò ẹ jẹ́ kẹ́ni èèyàn kan láti ilé kó pè báwo ni ó ti rí lára yín tí ọmọ bá sọ pé òun ti ní bùkátà pé òun ò fún yín lówó tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe nú ayé òun lẹ ti ṣe tí ó sì fún yín tí ò gbé kọ́ mọ́ tí ò dá yín lóhùn báwo ni ó ti rí lára yín ọ̀ya ẹnìkan láti ilé ẹ bá ń pe nọ́mbà fún wọn.
091301049 hello ta ló wà ń bẹ̀.
hello ẹ ti wọlé. hello.
bí a ká wo ẹlòmíín bẹ́ẹ̀ hello ta ló wà ń bẹ̀ o.
hello ọ̀pá.
ẹ ṣeun dádì à ń gbọ́ yín.
ọládìrí james gold láti fọ́ ọ̀sùn.
God bless you dádì.
irú ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹ sà.
lẹ́yìn kéèyàn kó fàdúrà ni. àwọn nǹkan kan tí ń pọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ lẹ́yìn kéèyàn kó fàdúrà.
kó tó di pé kó fàdúrà báwo ló ṣe máa rí lára yín dádì bó ni ó ti rí.
yóò dùn yẹn o pé ọmọ tí mo fowó mi kọ́ láti ìdíje ìjàgbá.
God bless you ẹ
pẹ́. ọwọ́ àdìgbà tó wọ́n mú fún mi.
èèyàn wá ní tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe lẹ ti ṣe òun kò wá fún yín lówó kò sì gbé kọ́ọ̀lù mọ́.
ìyẹn ọ̀dà ọkọ̀dà iye tó dédò yẹn.
ẹ ṣeun ẹ pẹ́ ẹ já gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ ẹlòmíì bóyá ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ ojú bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹni tó ń pe láì mi ò lè gbé o ẹ pè sórí studio line ni for now ń pe láì mi ẹ lè pè lẹ́yìn ètò ọ̀ya ẹ já wọ ẹlòmíì hello. hello sir ẹ káàsán sir.
nígbà tí sọ́ra tó gbọ́ sọ.
ok sir.
ẹ̀rí tó rí ọmọ yẹn ti kì í sì kàn sí nǹkan tó dáa.
ok so ó túmọ̀ sí pé kò ní bó ni ó ti rí lára yín.
kò ní dá rárá o.
ó dà ẹ ṣeun gan ẹ já gba ẹyọ kan sí.
091301049 08093331049 hello.
hello
ẹ káàsán.
ẹ káàsán máa o.
orúkọ mi ni Ládé Àbáyọ̀mí láti power line.
ok báwo ni ó ti rí.
irú nǹkan báwọn kò dáa tó kò tẹ̀ dáa tó ọlọ́mọdé ara burú ọlọ́mọdé àtẹ́fẹ́mọ ẹlòmíì jẹ kò dáa rárá pàápàá àtẹ̀yìn ó kún fàdúrà náà.
àmọ́ nù yín ò ní kọ́kọ́ dùn sí i. ọ̀dà ó ti tó gẹ́ ọjọ́ wa ti lọ torí ẹ̀ lẹ ṣe máa ní láti sọ́pọ́ọ̀tì prógámù kó lè di wákàtí kan kò tó wà 30 ṣẹ́jú ò tó wà yín náà ti rí pé kò tó wà báyìí ẹ já dá sí iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ni ibi tí mò ń lọ lélẹ́yìí gbogbo yín lẹ sọ mo mọ̀ pé àwọn tí ò ráyè wọlé gan tí a bá gbé ètò ìkalẹ̀ látàárọ̀ dalẹ́ àwọn ní tọmọ yẹn ṣe ò dáa yóò dùn àwọn kò síbi kankan tí mò ń lọ ju pé ń tẹ́ ẹ sọ ohun ẹ̀yin gangan ìwà tẹ́ ń wù sí Ọlọ́run òun ni sà hello ṣé ń gbọ́ mi báyìí.
à ń gbọ́ yín mà.
nǹkan tí mò ń sọ ni pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló gba ìbùkún báwọn ṣùgbọ́n ṣé wọ́n yọ ìdámẹ́wàá rẹ̀ aláàtí wọlé ṣe ẹ yọ ìdámẹ́wàá ṣe ẹ yọ tọ́ lọ́hùn nígbà tẹ́ bá wá wọ́n fún wa lọ́bẹ̀ à ń fomi sí i tí ọbẹ̀ yẹn máa wá dàbí ìdìsẹ́mọ ọbẹ̀ tẹ́ni tó ṣe fún wa ẹ jẹ́ àmọ́ yọ ìdámẹ́wàá ẹ jẹ́ àyọ̀tọ̀ lọ́hùn fọ́ lọ́hùn stop playing smart ẹni ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì òun ló pèsè tó bá jẹ́ pé bá a ṣe ń gbé èèyàn síbi pàtàkì là ń gbé Ọlọ́run síbi pàtàkì kò bá ti lọ dáa ju o ìdí tó ń fa wàhálà tó financial aspect òfin lo òkè ni wípé a kì í lè fọ́lọ́run ní tó tóbi jù bí ọmọ yẹn bó ṣe ṣe sí àwọn òbí rẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa ìwà wa sí Ọlọ́run tó rán wa wá sínú ayé a kì í fẹ́ fún ní tó tóbi ẹni tó bá tiẹ̀ fílẹ̀ gan iṣẹ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ń lọ síwájú Ọlọ́run bíi pé iwájú oníbàárà òun ló ń lọ kò sì yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ òun ló tọ́jú rẹ nígbà tó wà nínú oyún ìyá rẹ òun náà ló ní mímí ìjáde àti ìwọlé kí ló dé tó wá jẹ́ wípé ó pé wa ká ná fún yàn ju Ọlọ́run lọ a ní ilé fọlọ́ ní tó tóbi Ọlọ́run pèsè owó ó pèsè iṣẹ́ ó pèsè ọpọlọ èmi àti mọ̀mọ́ kan ajọ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́jọ́ kan wọn bá pè wọlé wọn ní mọ́mí ẹ̀ mú tírà admission ìyá rẹ̀ sọ pé ọmọ yín lòun tírà admission adúpẹ́ àsìdọ̀ àyìn Ọlọ́run ó bá ní pè padà mọ́mí ẹ̀ wò ẹ máa rẹjọ odò fún mi ni ó ní àbí ntí ẹ̀ lówó wọn wàyà léètọ́ ọ̀la admission mú wá ní ṣé ọmọ ló yẹ kó gba ẹja odò àbí Ọlọ́run tí ó fún un ní admission sọmọ ló lọ wá admission fúnra rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ló jẹ́ kó rí àìmọye àwọn èèyàn tó wà ń ta lákòókò tiẹ̀ tí wọn ò rí torí pé Ọlọ́run ṣe kì í sọmọ ló yẹ kó jẹja odò kì í sọmọ tó gbapò kínní ló yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ra nǹkan fún nìkan ẹ kọ̀ọ̀kan fún Ọlọ́run àfikún ni tàwọn ọmọ létà Ọlọ́run ní kákọ́ máa gbé lárugẹ ó ní ta ló kọ́kọ́ ṣe tòun ò ní ṣe tiẹ̀ Ọlọ́run pèsè 100,000 mo wá fún un ní 20 sáà ṣé mi ò ti tún ní rí mi ìgbà kí n tó ná yòókù tán Ọlọ́run pèsè 1 million mo fún Ọlọ́run ní 200,000 ṣé kí n tó ná háàfù ìyókù tán 800 yòókù ṣé kò tún ti ní pèsè míì torí pé a kì í fún Ọlọ́run la ṣe ń ní problem financially ní tí mò ń sọ fún yín nìyẹn ẹ má jẹ ẹlòmíì bó bá sì ti fún Ọlọ́run lẹ́ẹ̀kan báyìí ó tún dọdún tí ń bọ̀ yóò lòun ti ṣe ń jò ní ṣé mímí tó ń mí sódáwọ́ rẹ̀ dúró sétọ̀ tó ń tọ̀ sóbọ̀ dáwọ́ ẹ̀ dúró sọ wípé nítorí wípé o tọ̀ lánàá kóun wá mú tọ̀ rẹ dání lẹ́ni kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé àkínfẹ́ fọ́lọ́ àmọ́ táwọn èèyàn bá ń ṣe nǹkan á tẹ̀lé lọ́ọ̀lù rẹ̀ á bá máa sọ á mú oríṣiríṣi àtún fún lẹ́ńfílòpù at the end of the day ẹni tó lóun ò lówó lọ́wọ́ á calculate 20 50 100 yóò fún yàn ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti di kó fọ́lọ́ kódà bẹ́ẹ̀ lómi ìbá lówó lọ́wọ́ tí ń bá ń lọ ilé Ọlọ́run yóò kó lé ní bí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé iwájú ẹni tí ó jà lólè ibẹ̀ ló ń lọ ẹ jẹ́ á gbé Ọlọ́run sí ibi pàtàkì ó kan ọkàn àyà wa. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ o ní láti yọ̀ǹda ayé rẹ tọ́mọ rẹ ò bá dá ọmọ as his father gẹ́gẹ́ bí bàbá tàbí ìyá, báwo ló ṣe máa wá jèrè rẹ bí wọn náà bọ́mọ náà ò bá wá tí ó mọ̀ tí kò mọ̀ pé ìyá àti bàbá lélẹ̀ kó appreciate rẹ, ìwọ náà inú rẹ ò ní dùn sí i. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ṣe rí tí ó jẹ́ pé nígbà tó o bá kùnà láti gbé Ọlọ́run sí ibi pàtàkì ayé rẹ, nínú ètò ìṣúná rẹ, nínú ìgbéyàwó rẹ, nínú ọmọ bíbí àti gbogbo ẹ̀, òun náà wà á fọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n tó o bá gbé síbi pàtàkì, dandan ni kóun náà wà ń bẹ̀ fún ọ nígbà tí wàhálà bá dé. Ọba kan wà nù Bíbélì, Ẹskáyà ní nígbà tán ní kó palẹ̀ ilé rẹ̀ mọ́ pé yóò kú, despite God was a wíma yẹ àná sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ tàṣé, ó wá kọjú sógiri pé bàbá mi, mo mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin lẹ sọ̀rọ̀, mo sì mọ̀ pọ́rọ̀ yín èé tàṣé, àmọ́ bí tó dé yẹ yóò tàṣé. Torí ńgbà tí mo jọba, mi ò bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní mi ò mọ kiri kí n mọ kó oríṣiríṣi kí n mọ náwó bí ẹlẹ́dà mi ṣe yẹn. Ní tí mo ṣe ni pé mo dùn yín nínú, mo kọ́ ibi gẹ́rẹ́yẹ, ibi pàtàkì mo fi kọ́lé fún yín. Ṣé n tó wá kàn tẹ́ ẹ sọ fún mi nù, àwọn tí ò wá ṣiṣẹ́ fún yín kí lẹ fẹ́ kó Ọlọ́run wá sọ fún wòlíì pé sóòrọ̀ ọmọ tó rèé jíṣẹ́ fún un. Àṣìṣe ni ó dà pé mo ti chẹ́ẹ̀kì fáìlì ẹ̀ wò, ó láwíjàre, pẹtíṣàn rẹ̀ wọlé, rèé sọ fún pé mo ní kò ní kú mọ́. Kí ló fẹ́ fi challenge Ọlọ́run? Nígbà tá a bá ní wàhálà jù gan ló yẹ ká mọ̀ ṣe dáadáa sọ́lọ́run, ká mọ̀ tiẹ̀ wá tí ì sọ wípé tó bá fún wa ní kékeré ó yẹ ká fún un ní ńlá, tó bá fún wa lẹ́yọ kan ó yẹ ká fi méjì rọ́pò fún òun náà. Wàá wò pé ọmọ ìwúlò, jẹ́ kí n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí to ọ̀rọ̀ ayé rẹ̀, jẹ́ ń fún un ní abala tuntun, jẹ́ ń tún mú ṣòro èkúrò. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ Bíbélì gbé ẹ̀bùn èèyàn ńlá ọ̀nà fún èèyàn, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan la ní láti ṣe nítorí wípé Ọlọ́run ó ní láti yí nǹkan kan padà nígbà táwa náà bá fún un ní tí ò rọrùn. Ojú òní tì wá lórúkọ Jésù. Kó tó di pé n ó lọ, mo fẹ́ kí èèyàn kan sáré pè bóyá wọ́n rí sí inú wọn dùn sí nǹkan gbọ́, àbí bóyá wọn ò gbà. Ẹ mọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ mọ́ jàre, Ọlọ́run ò lè kọ̀yìn síyàn torí pé èèyàn ò fún.
091301049 ó ní ojú òpó tí ẹ pè sí ní kọ́mọ̀nkíá. Hello, ta ló wà ń bẹ̀?
Hello ma.
Ẹ
káàsán ma. À ń gbọ́ yín.
Ẹ ṣe ìdáhùn yín ní kíá o.
Mo ní kò dáa rárá kéèyàn má lè máa jẹ ìdá mẹ́wàá fún Ọlọ́run.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ ṣe níbi téèyàn bá ti gba nǹkan ó yẹ kó bomirin bẹ̀ padà. Ó ti yan owó rédíò tá à ń ṣe yìí, owó là ń san, owó ribiribi la dẹ̀ ń san. So nítorí náà ojú òní tì wá. Àwa tá a lè pè kò sí ní tó burú mi, àmọ́ mi mo fẹ́ san ìdá mẹ́wàá mi, ó ti eyín owó la fi ń ṣe rédíò yìí, kò bọ́fẹ̀ dé. Ojú òní tì wá lórúkọ Jésù. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ọjọ́ wa ti ń lọ, a máa tún yin Ọlọ́run lọ́sẹ̀ ni. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ mi fúnpa àkọ́kọ́ tí ò bá yé yín ẹ pè mí kí ẹ sọ bí wọ́n ṣe máa yin Ọlọ́run lọ́sẹ̀ yìí. Ọjọ́ mẹ́ta la fi máa ń ṣe, á ṣe lálẹ́, á ṣe lọ́la, lálẹ́ ọ̀la, á tún á ṣe lálẹ́ ọjọ́ Monday. Ìwọ dàn wò kó o rí pé rere lolúwa. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì lélẹ̀, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ dá sí iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́, ẹ pè mí kẹ́ sọ fún mi pé ẹ fẹ́ dá síṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́, ẹ fẹ́ support ẹ. Mo sì gbàdúrà ọmọ tiyín náà tó bá pe ẹnìkan ẹgbẹ̀rún èèyàn ń ló máa dá lò. Nọ́mbà mi lélẹ́yìí, bóyá ṣe lẹ fẹ́ support iṣẹ́ nítòwó kò sí ìtàbó ohun ìní tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ fi support iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run, ẹ pè sórí àwọn nọ́mbà wọn. Yàbí ẹ fẹ́ béèrè bá ti yin Ọlọ́run, àbí ẹ fẹ́ gba ìmọ̀ràn tí kò yé yín, àbí àwọn nǹkan kan lẹ̀ ń là kọjá tí kò sì yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ti fẹ́ ṣe, ó yá ẹ pè mí sórí àwọn nọ́mbà yìí 07032524478 07032524478. ìkejì lélẹ̀ 08083877439. ẹ gbọ́ wọlé rédíò yín, ẹ na fóònù yín sókè lọ́sẹ̀ lórúkọ Jésù. Ọlọ́run kó báyìí ní yín pàdé. Mo ní gbogbo ẹni tí ń ṣàìsàn ara kó tù yín lórúkọ Jésù. Nígbà tí ó fi dọjọ́ Sátọ́dé tó ń bọ̀, ẹ̀rí rẹpẹtẹ lórúkọ Jésù. Ọlọ́run kó gba ọgọ́rọ̀ ọkàn là, kó ṣe ìtúsílẹ̀ ńlá. Bàbá mo ti jíṣẹ́ tó rán mi pa mi ò ká lórúkọ Jésù. ẹ gba gbogbo ògo. Give your children testimony, surprise them in every way in the mighty name of Jesus. Ọlọ́run bó bá lẹ́ni tó sọ pé òun bínú sí iṣẹ́ tó rán mi, ẹ̀yin àti wọn lẹ́lẹ́jọ́ o, ẹ ṣe ń tó dára fún wọn. Jésù Olúwa wa.
Àmín. Ọ̀sẹ̀ tí ń bọ̀ ní ẹjẹ́ aṣojú pàdé lórí ètò Sọ Ìbànújẹ́ Mi Dayọ̀. Títí di ìgbà náà, Abíọ́dún Ọ̀páṣínà lórúkọ tèmi. Ó dìgbà kan náà.
Nǹkan yìí dá mi lójú, bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni ó yé mi yéké. Ọjọ́ òní bá tilẹ̀ korò, ọjọ́ ọ̀la mi á dára.
Ta ni ni ẹni náà tó rò wípé ìpè fáànù òun ti bọ́ há. irúfẹ́ ìbànújẹ́ wo ló mú ọ fomi jésù gbére ojúṣu bíi tótó. àbó ti gbàgbé pé lásàrù ti dòkú tó ti ń rùn. lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ kẹrin tó ti kú jésù jí dìde padà sáàyè. ìbànújẹ́ ti àti tàwọn ènìyàn sì padà wá dayọ̀ po. ìró ìbínújẹ́ tiẹ̀ náà ṣetán láti dayọ̀ lórí ètò wákàtí májẹ̀mú Covenant Hour. tá a fi sọrí àgbékalẹ̀ ìtúsílẹ̀ látòkè wá tá a pè ní sọ ìbànújẹ́ mi dayọ̀. gbogbo nípa ìbànújẹ́ tó mú ọ sunkún àsùnkì lórí wọ́n sọ dayọ̀ lórí ètò wákàtí májẹ̀mú Covenant Hour. ó ń ṣèrìn àjò ìtúsílẹ̀ ọkàn àti tara lórí afẹ́fẹ́ lórí ìkànnì yìí.
láàrin aago 4 sí aago 4 àbọ̀ ìrọ̀lẹ́.
ní gbogbo ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ níbi tẹ́ ti máa ṣalábàápàdé màmá wa tọ́lúwa fiṣẹ́ ìtúsílẹ̀ pọ́nbélé rán láti ìpìlẹ̀ Lady Evangelist Bímpé Ọlájídé. sọ ìbànújẹ́ mi di ayọ̀. ètò tó ṣàtúntò ẹ̀mí olùgbọ́ni láì fi tẹ̀sí tàbí ti ẹ̀yà ṣe wípé bó ti wù kẹ́kọ́ pẹ́ dalẹ́ tó ayọ̀ ń bọ̀ lówùúrọ̀ náà.
We make it happen first. Ready to serve at the word go. In the world of entertainment.
Cause I'm feeling it in my soul. Only you did do me that.
Sports.
Oh my God, an insane goal! I've just seen the most insane goal!
And the latest hot and smashing hits as they drop. We give you a first-class taste of a whole new world of broadcasting experience. Fresh 104.9 FM Oshobo, keeping you fresh all day.
I'm gonna show you wonder what it wonderful. You never believe what you want happen.
Fresh 104.9 FM Oshobo, Okile Falafala.
He's taken them apart. Only football can make you feel like this. Salah. Astonishing. Like an arrow into the bullseye of the top corner.
Today na match day, my club go beat your own. Forget it, baby. We go score more goals. Whether you like am or not, now we go carry cup. We be the champions. Watch my boy, I pass the ball. Go on it. Who on the finishing? Go on it. Oh yeah, dribble them. Go on it. Who on the leg over? Go on it. Let go. Oh yeah, let's go. Let go. Make a move. Let go. No go dollar. Let go. Oh yeah, wait. Let go. Oh yeah, let go. Let go. Make a move. Let go. No go dollar.
It's that time of the week again to talk sports. Good evening and welcome to a fresh edition of the show Sports Live on Fresh 104.9 FM Oshobo. This is how we roll every weekend, every Saturday. It promises to be an interesting time on the show this weekend as I'm ready to serve you better, to give you back to back everything you need to know, everything that went down in the world of sports in the course of the way. We're going to be talking about that, and we're going to be doing that in 3 different languages. So if this is your first time of listening to the show, welcome. I'm glad to let you know that you won't regret tuning into the show, because it promises to be interesting, entertaining, and educative. My name is Oluwafemi Adeniyi. You can call me Ijoba Sports. I welcome you to a fresh edition of the show. Sports Live is the name on Fresh 104.9 FM Oshobo.
No trouble. Let's go
ẹ jẹ́ ọmọ kíra wa wípé a kú dédé àsìkò yìí àsìkò wẹ́líwẹ́lí tòjò yìí ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí àkọ́tún ètò tá a pè ní Sport Life níkànnì Fresh lóṣogbo ètò tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo tá à ń ṣe àti gbogbo tá à ń sọ lórí ẹ̀ pátápátá ọ̀rọ̀ nípa eré ìdárayá ni o kẹ́tì yín mọ́ di sí bó ṣe ń lọ àtàwọn nǹkan tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ àti àwọn nǹkan tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ lágbo eré ìdárayá gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá lámọ̀ mú wá sétí ìgbọ́ yín lórí ètò Sport Live níkànnì Fresh lóṣogbo mo kí yín o ẹ wá nǹkan fìdílé tàbí kẹ́ fìdílé nǹkan nítorí pé lọ́sẹ̀ yìí àtújọ gbádùn ara wa. I greet you specially. And as I greet you so, I welcome you onto the show. That your Benga show where we say now here with the talk sports. And everything where we say it dey related to sports. We go talk and we go analyze them. Find something, sit down or talk something. Any which way na way. My analysts don't dey ready. As I dey read them, we go dey analyze them. We go fit sabi how the team be for the world of sports. My name now Oluwafemi Adeniyi. You call me Ijoba Sports. Once again, I welcome you. And how the rain be for your side? I'll say it not to cause too much cold for that your side. But anyhow you be, we dey very very ready for you to serve you as the odds. This one are like a hot tea, very very hot tea. When we say if you use and counter that cool weather with your side. Okay. So for the sake of time, we'll start to the shook mouth and start the show proper this way. Okay, so I'm ready to serve you with the latest in the world of sports. We're going to be starting with boxing. I have so many things to tell you about our Premier Football League. And when we get there, my analysts are on ground to talk about that. So let's start this way. Tyson Fury has revealed that his two oldest sons have now started boxing. The WBC Heavyweight World Champion has 6 children, 3 boys and 3 girls. And now 2 of his oldest children they are now into boxing. According to Tyson Fury, yes, I've gotten my oldest son who is 11 years and my middle son who is 6 years. They are both in the boxing gym right now. They are in the training, they are starting, only young kids having fun in the gym and all that. If they want to pursue it as a career later on in life, then I'm fully supportive. Because who am I to tell somebody not to do something, not to follow their dreams? I don't believe in crushing kids' dream because I was once a kid with a massive dream. That is according to Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. He said, I had an unreachable dream and everybody told me that it was a stupid idea. You are probably not gonna make it. You're gonna waste your time. You're gonna have nothing at the end of it. I didn't believe any of them and I followed my dreams. I followed my heart and here I am today. I'm living proof that dreams do come true. Indeed, dreams do come true. And that is why he's leaving 2 of his kids to enjoy themselves and to do what they are interested in doing. They have started so early and he's giving them the support. 11 years and 6 years old. Sons of Tyson Fury. So from there, let's move on and talk about the latest regarding the proposed bout between Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua. So Dillian Whyte has confirmed that he is willing to accept the offer for a rematch against Anthony Joshua on August 12, 2023. You recall that Dillian Whyte had previously revealed that talks had failed to progress for a second fight against Joshua this summer, which is expected to be staged at the O2 Arena. But Dillian Whyte has now indicated that he will take the proposed bouts against Anthony Joshua and is open to a winner-takes-all fight. That's one of the conditions. Dillian Whyte has a long-running rivalry with Joshua. He defeated Anthony Joshua as an amateur before Joshua went on to win an Olympic gold medal at London 2012. As professionals, they boast in a wide 2015 British heavyweight title, which Joshua won by 7th round stoppage. Joshua ultimately became a unified world champion after suffering 2 back-to-back defeats to Alexander Usyk. He came back with a win over Jermaine Franklin. That was in April 2023. So now, Dillian Whyte has agreed and expressed readiness to face Anthony Joshua again. In terms of nípa tí ìròyìn tẹ́ gbọ́ lédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì náà ni pé Dillian Whyte ní òun ti ṣetán o, bó bá ti yégun ó ti yọrẹ tó náà pé kí léegun òun ṣe tí ò fàárọ̀ jù bá Anthony Joshua bá lóun ti ṣetán, Dillian Whyte náà lóun ti ṣetán fún ti àtúnjà ìjà tí wọ́n ní yóò wáyé lọ́jọ́ 12 oṣù kẹjọ ọdún tá a wà yìí, kó tó di pé yóò ja ìjà gangan tí gbogbo èèyàn ti ń pòǹgbẹ fún. Ìyún ìjà tó yóò jà kojú Deontay Wilder bí gbogbo àjọsọ àti ọ̀rọ̀ wọn bó ba lọ bí wọ́n ṣe tó. Ìpè lóṣù 12 ọdún tá a wà yìí ni Anthony Joshua àti Deontay Wilder yóò kojú ara wọn, ṣùgbọ́n kíjà yìí tó wáyé náà wọ́n ní ìjà kan gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́ wáyé lọ́jọ́ 12 oṣù kẹjọ ọdún tá a wà yìí, tó sì jẹ́ pé Dillian Whyte lẹ́ni tí wọ́n dákọ̀ fúnjà ọ̀hún. Nídìí èyí, Dillian Whyte ti ṣetán, ó wá kú kí wọ́n jọ sọ ọ̀rọ̀ lórí àdéhùn wípé ṣé ẹ gba nǹkan tẹ́mi fẹ́ kíjà òun kò lè wáyé. Ọ̀kan nínú àwọn aláyéláyé mi ti wà mí tó jẹ́ pé àjọ pé ẹ̀kẹ́lù ọ̀rọ̀ tó kan ti Dillian Whyte àti Anthony Joshua yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó kan ti bá a ṣe pé méjì nínú ọmọ Tyson Fury. Àwọn náà ti ń lọ bí tí wọ́n ti ń gbáradì wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ báyìí, ọmọ ọdún 11 lákòókò, ọmọ ọdún 6 lẹ́lẹ́kejì, tó sì jẹ́ pé Tyson Fury ní bó bá ti jẹun tí wọ́n pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe nu òun ò ṣetán láti dá wọn dúró rárá àti rárá ni. Ọlágúnjú Gbénga ti wà ní yàrá ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ pẹ̀lú mi, tó sì jẹ́ pé àjọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò ọ́ ni kó tó di pé àwọn tó kù mọ̀ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Olagunju Gbenga, good evening and happy weekend. Good to see you after a very long time.
Good evening, everybody, and good evening, Mr. Femi.
Okay.
It's been a while. Subsidy has been going on.
It's been a long...
It's been a long time.
Okay, so
I'm very happy to be back here.
All right, good to have you again. And we're going to be starting from Tyson Fury, and I want us to talk about Tyson Fury and the fact that 2 of his kids, they are going into boxing, and he's saying if that is their dream, he's not ready to stop them because dreams do come true. And I want us to link that to our very own parents here and talk about the fact that, okay, if your kids are showing interest in a particular sport, you should give them this necessary support to encourage them to go into that. So let's start from the 11-year-old and 6-year-old kids of Tyson Fury showing interest in what their father is doing.
But I would like to start from the last point you made. Coming back home to Nigeria, you know, we don't have the facilities and we don't have this basic background to start these stuff. If I have a son and he tells me he wants to start playing football, the only thing I'll start thinking about is how I want to jackpot. So I'll give him a better life.
Okay.
If you want to play football, I won't allow you to start football here. Because probably there's a probability that you're going to make it in life. Playing football in Nigeria is close to maybe 10% out of 100.
Compared to going outside the country.
I just want to start from that. I'd rather say, okay, this is what these kids want. Let me travel out and help them achieve their dreams. Then going back to Tyson Fury, if that is what the kids want, well, best of luck to them. But I wouldn't want to be a boxer, and I want my kids to be a boxer too, because it's a very difficult and dangerous sport. You understand what I'm trying to say? Later, maybe, I don't know, God forbid, sooner or later maybe something can happen to Tyson Fury, and they will say, okay, Ija to Tinja last joy. These are the effects that we're getting. So why don't they go
on his health now?
Yes, on his health. So why don't they go for other options? I don't know. There's no sport that doesn't have any risk. But if it is what the kids want, then best of luck to them. But if I'm the father of the kids, I wouldn't definitely advise them
encourage them to go into boxing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm fighting, and you know, to be my dad. 11 years old and 6 years old. There's this man in our church. I said, okay, he's a barrister. He said, that don't really first kid. Only he was trying to encourage him to be a barrister, to be a lawyer like him. He said the first one wanted to do medicine. The second kid he wanted to do medicine. Obviously, the third one so he now sees now méjì bá tin sọ̀rọ̀ bí ọmọ yìí máa sọ̀rọ̀ pé àwọn tí rí potential ṣe bó máa di lawyer be òun náà wá try láti encourage. You understand? So ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé nǹkan táwọn ọmọ yẹn fẹ́ ni since it's what they want, then I want him to encourage. But it is most mo ti rí boxer to make it. Tọ́mọ yẹn náà won boxing to make it be bye. Even in football, it's very difficult. We have them Maldini, them Thuram. At least Lilian Thuram played for France World Cup. The son played for France this last World Cup. He even played in the final and made an impact. But it was it the level at which the father made it. So there are some things that we need to compare and contrast. And with the way boxing is going, boxing of then is not like boxing of now. Many people are losing interest. Like Anthony Joshua and this guy that wants to fight now.
Dillian White.
August. One of my friends told me that he would rather go and watch women football than watching that fight. You understand what I'm trying to say? So with the way boxing is going, I think if the association doesn't work something out, it's going out of fashion, it's going out of trend. It's not like wrestling of before.
People are no longer paying attention.
Yes, because now anything that we say now, we have to go back to the olden days. Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. Before there's nobody who can say now. To about the 20 years and say, can we name somebody without still mentioning Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson?
I think it's not peculiar to boxing. It's all round. It has to do with all the sports. We talked about tennis last week, and we talked about the fact that the likes of Novak Djokovic have been there, and they are doing well for themselves. And we are looking forward to other players coming.
I don't know about the women lawn tennis. I know I'm following it, but I've not seen anybody that can represent that can replicate the Venus and Serena Williams. But at least when it comes to the male tennis, we have this guy Canelo Alvarez. I don't know. I'm optimistic about him that this guy is going to take over the battle from Roger Federer straight. So at least we have stuff like that. Even in football. Now we talked about Pele and Maradona. Now we are talking about Ronaldo and Messi. Do we have that in boxing? That's the issue that I'm trying to talk about. We don't have that in boxing now.
All right. So I would like us to talk about the proposed bout between Dillian White and Anthony Joshua. But before then, Mr. Sam Adeboye has joined us in the studio. Good evening and welcome on the show.
Good evening, listener. Good evening. It's my pleasure to be here once again this Saturday. It's been raining cat and dog since morning, but never mind. We're here to do what you know how to do best.
All right. Yeah. So thank you for joining us. We're talking about the kids of Tyson Fury showing interest in boxing, and the kids are 11 years, 6 years, and their father is saying, okay, if that is what they are interested in doing, I'm going to support them, and dreams do come true. And I was asking Benga, and he said if it's to be their father, he will not encourage them to go into boxing because of the side effects and some other things. And I'm like, okay, if that is what they are interested in doing, I think it's fine. It's just to guide them and make them understand the good and the bad side of the profession.
Well, I think all that Tyson Fury needs to do, just like you rightly pointed out, is for him to guide them. These are the pros, these are the cons of the sport itself, and if they feel they can go ahead with it. But I think at the moment now, what he's trying to do is just to build their confidence. Perhaps one way or the other, perhaps in the maybe in the college, a kind of street fight by Brooks up, and they will be able to defend by themselves. That's what it says. For
self-defense.
Self-defense. That's what I think he's doing at the moment now. Maybe by the time the children turns 18, where they will be able to make decision on their own, then he will be there as a father to guide them. See, you guys know I'm on this line, so I've gone through this terrain, so I know what this sport is all about. But one thing is, when we talk about boxers who want their children to go in their to toe their line, to follow their line, even in football, just like Shehu rightly mentioned, that it hardly plays out. But the only one who has done it successfully in history, who has taken to female professional boxing, was Leila Ali, the daughter daughter of Muhammad Ali, the legend of the sport itself. I mean, she took it. I mean, she went into it professionally, and over the last 4 or 5 years now, I've really had anything good about her, so to say. But what if Tyson Fury's children decides to go that way, the wisdom of, to toe the land of their father, and it's good for them. But that just like Shami rightly said, it has nothing to do with boxing alone. You see, you don't compare sports in the 90s or even at the turn of the century. You can't compare them now to what we have now. All around, in every area of sport,
things are changing.
Things are changing rapidly, and we are not really getting, competitive players who could etch their name in gold, so that in 10 or 15 years to come, we'll be able to make reference to them like we are doing to the greats of yesteryears. But I think, at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, a lot of people will still pop up. But one thing is, she was talking about Alvarez taking over from Novak Djokovic, Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal. But then we need to see, it will be too early for us to be concluding, to conclude about him. Let's see his level of consistency. If there's anything that this guy has built over the years, it's consistency. Is consistency. Very, they've been consistent. And I remember last week we spoke extensively on lawn tennis, what we have in the years gone by, right, in the women category and in the female, in the male category. We have a lot of outstanding players that Djokovic knows for now that if he goes into any draw, the chances that is good, the probability that is going to win that tournament is 9/10. He's even sure himself in a tournament where you don't have Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, and you have only him in the draws.
So he's more like the superstar now.
He's more like the superstars now. But like we said just last week, in the years gone by, you have about 9 to 10 outstanding male players in a particular draw. So even if you are going to win that tournament, it means you have to work your socks off at the end of the day. And I think probably maybe we will still get there, but at the moment we don't really see any other players taking over from them. What we have in the years gone by. Do you know, even when Armando Diego, we compare Pelé and Maradona. Do you know there were several other great players during Pelé era? But that's because Pelé was playing. Because the only mistake they made was to play in the same era with Pelé.
It was not as if they were no good.
No, see, if you ask me, people like Didi, Vava, Sami Garrincha, they were much more technically gifted than Pelé. But Pelé stole all the headlines. Yeah, just like when you mentioned maybe Xavi and Iniesta. For me, they did more playing than Messi, but Messi stole all the accolades. So at the end of the day, these guys, I know, I just hope I will not be ruffling some feathers. This guy made Messi, when it's come to Messi in Barcelona, in his first missionary journey. I'm so sure he's not going for his second missionary journey. In his first stint with Barcelona, these two guys made him. You could imagine a Barcelona team where Messi will excel without Xavi and Iniesta. Fine, even if Messi will still go ahead to make a name for himself, he's going to work much more extra harder than he did where this guy. He had it so nice with this guy behind him at the end of the day.
All right, so I would love to have some two things. The last point you made now. I was scrolling through my Facebook, and I saw this picture, a remote. That remote was Messi. Then it had 2 batteries. Okay. Then the 2 batteries were
Iniesta
and Iniesta. You understand? It's been long ago, but I immediately made that point.
Without the 2 batteries, the remote is useless.
It's functioning. Then the next point I want to make is that going back to the boxing that we're talking about, Tyson Fury, I've not seen, I've not heard a boxer, a professional boxer, growing with the background of a professional boxer. I don't think I've heard about it. These guys come from the slum, ghetto. They have a story, they have a background, they have an history. There's something behind that. I want to punch, I want to do this. It's just couch, I will go to the gym. You don't have any history or any story. Yeah, but all these Ronaldo, De Lima, coach, they want to write their story now. They say they played under the bridge. They say they did this. So, you have made it. You understand? This is not academics.
They are living soft lives.
This boxing is not academics.
All right. So talking about Lionel Messi, today is his birthday, and happy birthday to greatest of all time, according to some people. And I think some people said the debate was over during the World Cup, but some people are still of the opinion that Ronaldo he keeps breaking records and adding to the records he has on ground. But happy birthday to Lionel Messi. So let's move on and talk about Super Eagles, and particularly want to talk about the coach, Joseph Peseiro, who is in the news today.
The beat is on, the victory song, yeah, the game is on. I stake my all and it will.
So interestingly, we talked about Joseph Peseiro and the Super Eagles last week when they were preparing to face Sierra Leone for their AFCON qualifiers, and thanks to the God of soccer, they were able to make it. They defeated Sierra Leone. But now it's time to talk about the future of our coach Joseph Peseiro. The future of Joseph Peseiro is in the hands of the country's football fans, according to the Nigerian Football Federation President Ibrahim Guzo. He said football fans are now in the position to decide his future. Football fans have criticized the Portuguese for having poor technical knowledge. However, Guso revealed that we have the plan to push the vote to Nigerians to hear their views and thoughts. While speaking with journalists, the NFL president admitted the country's top football organization had previously attempted to hire both foreign and domestic coaches. However, he stated that finding the right person for the job is a very, very difficult task. We've tried the foreign coaches and also the local coaches. Maybe we didn't get it right in the area of getting the right person. We are going to push it to the public whether we should continue with Peseiro or he should go. That is according to Guzo. So now, let's check the stats on the Peseiro. Nigeria has won 4 and lost 5 of their last 6 matches since failing to qualify for last year's World Cup in Qatar. And many football fans have called for the sack of Joseph Peseiro, but now the NFF president is saying we're going to push it to the fans now for them to decide. And now we have some of the fans here in the studio. We're going to be talking about that before we open the telephone lines for you to talk. Intan sọ ní pé ààrẹ àjọ tí ń rí sí bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà Ibrahim Guzonu àjọ NFF ó ní ibi abadé ní ìsinyìí ẹ̀wọ̀n jù sákàtà àwọn tó jẹ́ olólùfẹ́ bọ́ọ̀lù Super Eagles lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà wípé àwọn olólùfẹ́ gbé agbábọ́ọ̀lù yìí àwọn gangan ni wọ́n sọ ìró wọn ibi tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí igi ọ̀rọ̀ owó sí nípa ọjọ́ ọ̀la Joseph Peseiro tó jẹ́ olùkọ́ni wa tó sì jẹ́ pé àdéhùn tí wọ́n ṣe pẹ̀lú olùkọ́ni yìí 30 ọjọ́ oṣù yìí ló yẹ kó tẹnu bodò ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ní bàbá sún àdéhùn ọ̀hún síwájú ó dọwọ́ àwọn tó jẹ́ olólùfẹ́ wa bá a sì ní sún síwájú náà ó di ọwọ́ àwọn tó jẹ́ olólùfẹ́ ikọ̀ Super Eagles gẹ́gẹ́ bí Ibrahim Guzo ṣe wí. Ajá ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ Gbénga Ọ̀làgúnjú já sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Joseph Peseiro tó jẹ́ pé ẹnu ń kùn láti bí ọjọ́ mélòó kan pé olùkọ́ni wa gan kò fẹ́ gbáramú dáadáa tó báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń retí ṣùgbọ́n ààrẹ àjọ NFF Ibrahim Guzo pé kì í dẹ̀ ṣe páwọn náà ó gbìyànjú pé wọ́n gbìyànjú àti wá olùkọ́ni ìbàjẹ́ ti ilẹ̀ yìí o ìbàjẹ́ ti òkè òkun wípé ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo ìgbìyànjú wọn ó le gan láti rí olùkọ́ni tí ó ṣe é gbé iṣẹ́ ọ̀hún lé lọ́wọ́ pé ṣùgbọ́n ibi abadé ní ìsìn báyìí ọjọ́ ọ̀la Peseiro ọwọ́ àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ló wà. Èèyàn kan wá ń béèrè pé nígbà tí ẹ fẹ́ gbà béèrè sample opinion àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà ní ìsìn tí kò wá ṣe dáadáa lè fẹ́ sample opinion wọn ṣùgbọ́n èmi wò pé kò sí tó burú bíi tá a bá dé náà bí wájú ò bá ṣe lọ ẹ̀yìn á ṣe padà sí Gbénga.
ṣe rí ibi tẹ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn náà ló dá bẹ́ẹ̀ pé kí wọ́n máa sọ pé àárí àyè àti gba kóòchì pé bóyá kóòchì ṣọ̀wọ́n.
pé ó le láti rí.
very bad excuse ni bóyá ẹ̀rí kóòchì tẹ́lẹ̀ bá negotiate ní ọ̀yẹ́ kan sọ kí ṣe pé bóyá wọ́n rí kóòchì tá a bá ń wá kóòchì a máa rí at least with the calibre of pẹ̀lú Nigeria the ranking one in the world and we can tá a bá tẹ̀lé rírú àwọn Jose Mourinho gbé àdèrè àwọn kóòchì tó yẹ pé yes wọ́n ní track record tó dáa that's number one. Number two when it comes to pé bóyá Peseiro àbí no Peseiro èmi ò ń ṣe fan Peseiro láti ilẹ̀ kì í ṣe nǹkan tó wà technical lọ́dọ̀ tèmi but the most important thing is that a ti fi kinní ilẹ̀ it would be too late ó yẹ ká ti yọ ẹni yìí níṣẹ́ ti pẹ́ tábà tó pa fẹ́ gba kóòtù tuntun sí báyìí kí ó fẹ́ máa kún ìta rẹ pẹ̀lú àwọn players yẹn a ti fi kinní ó yẹ ká ti sákẹ̀ ti pẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ owó tá a jẹ́ náà ni ò jẹ́ ká lè sáàkẹ̀.
of which AFCON tournament wà níwájú báyìí.
ó yẹ ká ti sáàkẹ̀ ti pẹ́ time tó máa sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ yọ lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ń sìn báyìí ẹlòmíì tẹ bá pèsè bẹ́ẹ̀ definitely ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ bóyá bí ẹni tó wà lára àwọn backroom staff ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ torí mi ò ní ẹ̀kọ́ rí pé ká tún lọ gba kóòjì tuntun pé kó wá guide àwọn ènìyàn lọ sí AFCON ó yẹ ká ti sáàkẹ̀ sí pé time tá a fẹ́ sáàkẹ̀ sí àwa lè parí AFCON kó wá kí performance wa da kó má da after competition yẹn ká wá sáàkẹ̀ ó ti pẹ́
pé timing báyìí ó wrong.
timing yẹn wrong láti sáàkẹ̀ báyìí bí mi ṣe jẹ́ fans àbí supporters ẹ̀ tó timing yẹn ti wrong jù ìgbà ó yẹ ká ti sáàkẹ̀ láti bí January kì í ṣe rúùsìn ló yẹ ká máa gbèrò pé nígbà tí contract ẹ̀ fẹ́ tán la fẹ́ sáàkẹ̀.
ok pé ibi tá a wá bá dé ń sè báyìí ká mọ̀ fomi lò ó tá a fi parí AFCON.
láti ẹ̀ fi gba competition yìí ká mọ̀ pé
ó mọ̀ sí pé àṣẹ tó ń wẹ́ a.
ẹ ti get my lẹ́yìn yẹn anybody tó wá fẹ́ gbà gan á mọ̀ pé nígbà tá a bá gba coach tuntun sí báyìí tó bá kó wọn lọ sí AFCON mo mọ àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà àwọn náà pé ẹ̀rí ẹni tó tún lọ gbà tí wọ́n bá bá kò ṣe dáadáa so ìgbà tó yẹ ká ṣe ti pẹ́ ẹni tá a bá máa gbà bí ní time pẹ̀lú àwọn players yẹn so
wọ́n lè ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀.
ó ti pẹ́ sígbà tó yẹ kán sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ sáàkẹ̀.
okay so Mr. Sam Adeboye, let's talk about Joseph Peseiro, your very good friend. We talked about him last week, and here we have the NFF talking about the fact that okay, now they're going to leave the fans to decide the future of Joseph Peseiro. So let's decide his future now.
Well, for me, if Ibrahim Guzo will be listening to me now, or anyone that is very, very close to him, I, Sam Adeboye, another football fan, another supporter of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. If you are counting on my own opinion, my opinion is Peseiro should go
now.
Nah, as a matter of urgency. Because it should be a good riddance, so to say, to a bad rubbish. Just like Sheung pointed out, Benga pointed out. So the timing is very, very wrong. We are by doing the right thing, but at a very wrong time. But I think, see, Nigeria, if you have to go down through memory lane, when Westerhoff took up the job, the job of Super Eagles in 1989. We had a last leg of a second leg qualifier, World Cup qualifier, en route to Italia 90 with with Cameroon, and we needed just a draw. We won the first leg at the National Stadium, so we needed just a draw in Yaoundé. But on the eve of departure, the coach was changed, West Ham was brought in, and that was how we kissed Italia 90 goodbye. But at the end of the day, we lost the match in Yaoundé. So what am I trying to point out? The timing is very, very wrong. But I still want to believe, even if he's going to be sacked now, then the onus of leading the team should fall and should rest solely on the shoulders of Finidi George. I mean, he is a player who has seen it all.
Okay. And he has been with them.
He has been with them he has been with them. I mean,
he understands the team now.
The dynamics of the team, and apart from that, he has played the game to the highest height. And for crying out loud, I mean, he's a UEFA Champions League winner. I mean, it was the best number 7. I mean, for Real Betis for 5 solid years. The world best number 7 cross out of the ball. Even the likes of Beckham couldn't even stand him. Fine. So this is a guy, and I'm sure players will be willing to listen to him because there is nothing they've achieved that this guy has not achieved. In fact, most of them they've not achieved. I mean, 1/3 of what he has achieved in his playing career.
So they are looking up to him.
So they will look up to him. They will listen to him. So I think Peseiro should go. Then Finidi should be given the task of leading us to AFCON. After the AFCON, we cannot come back. I mean, the NFL cannot come back, come down to the round table, evaluate his performance. I mean, his performance. I mean, is it good to go? Do we give him another, probably another 2 or 3 years, or do we bring in an expatriate? I mean, a foreign coach to tinker the team. So, but then for me, Peseiro should go, and for AFCON, luckily enough, against all odds, I mean, I never expected Igwe anyway, I mean, to beat Sierra Leone, but they disappointed me. Remember, I said I was expecting a positive disappointment, and I got that from them at the end of the day. Whether the goal came, the winning goal came at the 10 minutes of it doesn't matter. The goal came, and we won at the end of the day. We scored the 3 points. So after the AFCON, they can evaluate his performance and see whether he will be able to continue with the team. But for me, Peseiro should go now. No, as a matter of urgency.
And if Peseiro is going, Finidi George should
be retained.
Yeah. And I would still like to that any code that you're going to be assigning now should work towards the World Cup. It is not about signing 1 year, 2 years towards the World Cup. A code that will be able to convince all these Nigerians playing abroad
but
to play for Nigeria.
We need to look at it from this angle now that, okay, the last time we sacked Genetro, it was a whole lot of back and forth about his salary, his allowances, to the point that it took the NFF to court. Now they are still owing Peseiro now So if they are going to sack him, definitely there must be an arrangement on how to offload his salaries now. And I think the NFF, the last time they talked about their financial status, they were saying they were not too okay financially.
And subsidies.
I think the problem is the NFF, they're not really putting their hacks together. You see, if you have a brand and you are unable to develop that brand, you're unable to market that brand, you're unable to project that brand onto the world stage, then it will be difficult for them to see sponsors at the end of the day. The question is, our kit sponsors, they are making a hell of money from our kits that they're producing for us. I mean, if they have done their homework perfectly well, there's nothing that stops our kid sponsors even to be the one to bear the burdens of our national coach teams and trainer salary. It happens in other countries where the kid sponsors pays the salary of the coach of the. I mean, see, they are equally making money from us.
Number killer in world ranking. They want to sponsor.
So
us.
that is why I said, if you have a brand and you're unable to develop that brand, this is what you get at the end of the day. So for me, the bulk of the failure still lies on the table of the NFF. They are not really doing what they're supposed to do. They're not, putting their house in order. I mean, if you develop your brand, but whether you like, see, you will be spoiled for sponsors. Sponsors will be knocking at your door because they know what they will gain from it at the end of the day. I mean, in the 90s, in the mid-90s, sponsors were knocking on the door of the NFA to sponsor the Super League because why? It was a global brand. It was a beauty. I mean, that team was a beauty to behold. So apart from that, the team was technically gifted, both the coach and the playing staff. Then secondly, even if you are going to get another foreign coach, I think in the contract there must be a clause that you will not leave the shores of Nigeria except for your annual vacation, which is understandable anyway. If Westerhoff had the sources, and then you see, if any foreign coach will come to Nigeria today, he has the record of Westerhoff to do what? To beat at the end of the day. And what really helped him for 5 years, Westerhoff only traveled to Holland just once. He was in Nigeria throughout. For 5 years, and for him, so he never really even invited so many professional players because how many do we have then? We have about 4 of them. So bulk of the players that he used to prosecute Senegal 92 and USA 94 were all homegrown players. The professional we had among them, it was the one that sold them to clubs in Belgium. Yeah. So any coach that will not be willing to go around to travel down the length and breadth of Nigeria to look for stars. There are stars in our league. All they need is for them to do what to be discovered, let their skill be honed up, and then be trained adequately. And before you know it, I mean, we are going to have good players at the end of the day.
I would like to counter your opinion a little bit. See, we have talents in Nigeria, and we have talents abroad. It should be included in that cause. I don't know whether it's going to travel out or not. Any coach that we're going to appoint now should be able to convince all these foreign players. Why will you be in Nigeria and you choose to play for Liberia, play for Jamaica? And you have a Nigerian background.
Excuse me.
You know how many players we have lost?
Do we need to convince them, or we need to beg them to play for their national team? See, your national team jersey should be a pride for you any time of the day.
No, you have two nationalities.
You shouldn't be cajoled.
You have two nationalities. You have an option to choose one. So it's not about my national jersey. Jamaica has a national jersey too.
No.
America
But
has a national
I
jersey
think
too.
Mr. Sam's point is, if the team is the one that one can be proud of.
We are not where we're supposed to be.
Yes.
At least we should be able to work towards it. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Since we are Chelsea is not where it's supposed to be. Are they not working towards signing better players? That's what I'm talking about. When it comes to Nigeria, we should work towards it. We are not where we're supposed to be now. Agreed. But let's work towards Ojo Concord. See IMC now. See how Nigerian League is. See the performance of Nigerian League now.
I stand to be corrected anyway. Probably our listeners will be able to correct me. You see, from 1992 to date, where we have been bringing in semi-Nigerian, semi-other nationalities to come and play for us, how many of them has really done well with us? Only 2. Ruben Agbola at Senegal 92. He played for Swansea for several years.
I don't even know about this. 1992.
Yes, and then Hodem Osazi. Those were the only 2 players out of the lots of them. Why? Because see, you are coming to Africa to play, not the kind of boutique kind of football. You need to be rugged. You need to be mentally stable, so to say. your physique must be. See, if you come across West Half backline.
France has the brand.
Okay,
but at least the World Cup that we watched, 80% of the players that played for France are of double origin.
Right from day one.
Even if they have the brand.
Right from day one. That has been stopped by France and stock in trade. 80% of the national team players will be from Africa from day one.
Let me say this thing, but we have to. I won't say this thing. We see our money Nigeria in Japan. See, in the next 10 years, we have products that should play for Nigeria.
If ẹni tó jẹ́ pé ó ní passport England lọ́wọ́.
Mr. Sam,
I'm coming. Excuse me, ó ní passport England lọ́wọ́. By birth ó ní passport Nigeria lọ́wọ́. Are you getting me now? Now ó ló máa wò pé if I decide to play for the Three Lions with the arrays of stars that England possesses now, in the next 5 or 6 years, will I be able to break into this team? Obviously, he's going to answer himself if it's yes or no. So if at the end of the day, if it is no for him, only better opportunity, better chance láti represent Nigeria. So irú ènìyàn bẹ́ẹ̀, in fact, nǹkan kan tó kọ̀lé máa wonder expect ni pé kí wọ́n ti ẹ̀ pé òun lẹ́ẹ̀kan tí wọ́n pè lẹ́ẹ̀kan ó máa dáhùn lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta. Torí pé òun fúnra ẹ̀ ó ti make up mind ẹ̀.
Ó ti wo àwọn options tó wà lẹ̀.
Ó ti wò pé Nigeria, I mean, is the best, I mean, is the most viable option for him, even to play football, I mean, on the international stage, so to say. I am not saying it's bad.
Wait, Folarin, I want to give you an Folarin Balogun.
Okay.
He chose to play for USA instead of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Tosin Adarabioyo. He chose to play for England. Àwọn tó
dáa jùlọ agbọ́lá àwọn tó dáa jùlọ bolóbadé John Fatani tó dáa
I am very very sure if you had convinced them they would have. What kí ni Bukayo Saka sọ now? Ṣebí negotiation nígbà tẹ́ ń bá Bukayo Saka sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ tí wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n gba pàṣẹ lórí bó fẹ́ play for Nigeria.
Okay,
ẹ jẹ́ kí if Bukayo Saka kù tó fi lè sọ tábà ní branding we have the brand of the giant of Africa at least a ní branding yẹn tí Bukayo Saka sọ pé ó wù kó n play for Nigeria bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn tó wá bá wọn condition tó fóun sí ni.
Giant of Africa
taking it abojú ẹ̀jẹ̀. irú Fọlárin Balógun yẹn at least ó yẹ ká láwọn tó máa lọ bá nǹkan tẹ́mi tẹ́ láti sọ nìyẹn.
ọ̀dà ẹ jẹ́ kí a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Joseph Peseiro léyìí tí ó bọ̀rọ̀ wá gangan a ti fẹ́ dìbò báyìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ààrẹ àjọ NFF ṣe pé aráàlú ni ó sọ bóyá Peseiro àdúró àbí yóò lọ. aṣọ́lé tẹ́lẹ̀ fún ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Ìkẹ́sọ̀rọ̀mú ó sọ̀rọ̀ ó pé kò dájú pé Peseiro wọn ó ṣe àdéhùn tuntun pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ èyí nínú àjọ NFF pé bóun ṣe ń wò tí nǹkan lọ pé kò dájú pé àjọ NFF wọ́n fi ọwọ́ sí ìwé àdéhùn mi pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ 091301049 08093331049 ẹ já sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Joseph Peseiro tó jẹ́ olùkọ́ni wa àti bíi tó bá nǹkan dé báyìí. hello.
ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́.
ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o.
yes Sunday ni sọ̀rọ̀ láti Ìrágbérí.
à ń gbọ́rọ̀ yín.
níwòye tẹ́mi fi wo ọ̀rọ̀ Joseph Peseiro ni pé kò tí ì pẹ́ jù tábà sọ pé a fẹ́ wò nítorí CAF bá ń lọ ní pé ó ti létí láti sàkè mi ò rò bí ó lè work torí tábà wá another coach torí ẹ pé a sì lè make ẹ fún bí example hello.
a wà pẹ̀lú yín.
fún bí example nígbà tí Chelsea tí wọ́n fi ń lo Lampard as a coach nígbà yẹn ó jẹ́ kí wọ́n qualify fún UEFA Champions League ó kó wọn kúrò ní group stage ìgbà tí wọ́n máa dé round of 16 nígbà yẹn wọ́n sàkè wọ́n gba Tuchel ìgbà tí Tuchel dé ṣé wọ́n gba Champions League fún wọn so ìgbà tó máa wo another coach torí ẹ̀ pé ó jẹjẹ kó jẹ́ pé wọ́n sì lè make ẹ̀ ní AFCON.
lẹ́nu kan ṣáà lé Peseiro lẹ́ ń sọ báyìí.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ó dà ẹ ṣeun gan ni.
Yes, sir.
ká lè ṣe kánmọ́kánmọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá fẹ́ kí wọ́n lè ẹ̀já sọ bí ó sì jẹ́ pé kí wọ́n fi ilẹ̀ yẹn ẹ̀já gbọ́ ẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o.
ìjọba ọládì méjì mc lónìí láti fọ́ọ̀sì ni àwọn adé àti yẹn kú ìtàn ẹ̀ jẹ́ yín o.
ẹ ṣeun gan ni o. ẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o.
hello Olúwatóbi Adédèjì.
ọ̀gbẹ́ni Tóbi Adédèjì.
ọ̀gá mi.
ẹ ṣeun gan tẹ́ ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́.
ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o.
ẹ ṣeun.
Mr. Gbénga ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́.
ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o.
Yes, sir. A ní káwa náà dá sétò láti lé ni o.
Ó yá.
Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Pesero, àti sọ, probably I should say it in English. Pesero for me, you know, I've been saying it, this guy is not up to the standard.
Ó já ni o, bóyá kẹ́ ẹ gbìyànjú ẹ̀ padà. Hello.
Hello, ẹ kú ìrọ̀lẹ́.
Ẹ ṣeun gan.
Táíwò àṣà ìlẹ́jì rẹ̀, bàbá Fresh láti ìlú Ẹdẹ.
Bàbá Fresh ẹja gbọ́ tiyín náà.
Ẹ rí èmi ò fara mọ́ ká máa lé gbogbo olùkọ́ni fún Super Eagles tàtàtà. Àwọn tí àgbà tó jẹ́ ti Nàìjíríà táwọn náà ṣe dáadáa Pesero yìí náà ká fi lára balẹ̀. Èyí tó máa ń ṣe ipò bí ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Chelsea nǹkan àtàjà máa ń lé gbogbo akọ́nimọ̀ọ́gbá wọn nìyẹn. Ẹ wo ìgbà tí wọ́n fi àtẹ̀tà lára balẹ̀ ẹ wo ibi tó gbé Arsenal dé nísìn. Ẹ rí ká ní sùúrù fún olùkọ́ni tí a bá gbà ní kì í ṣe orí bíbẹ́ lògùn orí fífọ́. Ká ní sùúrù fàkọ́nimọ̀ọ́gbá kó lè farabalẹ̀ láti ṣiṣẹ́ tá a rán. Ẹ kú ètò ilé-iṣẹ́ FSFM ò ní bàjẹ́.
Àmì ò kọ́mọ́ di pé igi èyí ò da àyọ́nà. Hello, ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening. My name is Tini. I'm calling from Oshogbo.
From Oshogbo. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much, sir. The problem is my own frustration is not even about Jose Pesero. My frustration is about Ibrahim Boso.
Okay.
I mean, after the 8 years of torture that we endured under Amaju Pinnick, I thought it was going to be a breath of fresh air with him. But his decisions so far, the things that he has been saying, they are very questionable. The man won't play politics for everyone. When you wanted to hire Pesero in the first place, did you ask for public opinion? So why should public opinion now, why should it now be the one that will determine whether you retain him or not? I mean, the results are there, and it's quite obvious that this man is mediocre at best. We are struggling against things like Syria, and struggling against things like the DJ, struggling against things like Benin Republic, and then we want to go to the Nations Cup with that kind of coach. It should not even be a debate in the first place. The man needs to go. And for those that are saying that we shouldn't hire coaches at local coaches here, the problem is, what is the pedigree of coach that we want to hire? Have we gone for the likes of Deji Ogumodede? Have we gone for the likes of Dari Ayeni? Have we gone for the likes of Finidi George? Have we gone for the likes of Fidelis Ilechuku? Don't let us employ mediocre coaches. See, after I employ a top-notch coach, it's just a question of time. We will see the results. Within 2-3 matches, you will know that the person actually has something upstairs and is willing to offer something. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. Hello.
Ìjọba.
Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́.
Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ ìjọba.
Ẹ ṣeun gan.
Solomon ló sí láti Iléṣà.
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Solomon láti Iléṣà ń gbọ́ yín.
Now, mo kí your analyst. Sí, èmi gan fẹ́ kí Pesero ọmọ lọ. Kí ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn àgbà sọ pé ọmọ náà làárọ̀ síná. Ẹni tí àrà bá pa ó ṣẹ̀gùn ni ó sì kú ẹ̀. Kán fún wa ní ọmọ tíá. Ṣé mọ̀ pé ọmọ ẹni ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣèlú bẹ̀bẹ̀ rẹ̀? Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ kan? Ṣé rí owó tí wọ́n bá sọ fọ́mọ wa ibi náà ni ó ti máa ná.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Torí àmì ìṣe ọmọ I don't know reasons why we always embrace foreign coach. You know, I don't know why. Because Yorùbá will say ṣàkìtì wẹ́yìn aṣọ ògbárò ìwọ̀n lámọ́ kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ fẹ́ǹtì ò fẹ́rẹ̀ ẹni mọ́. Whites don't love us. White, they don't love us. So we should leave them with their own knowledge. Let us work on our own knowledge now. Let us improve on ourselves. We should stop promoting other foreign coach. We have our own coach here. Even if they don't perform well, monkey no fine, mama like am. God bless you.
Ọ̀dà ẹ ṣeun gan ni ipe bá a bá ní olùkọ́ni tó jẹ́ tiwa èyí náà tún dá. Hello.
Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o.
Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́.
Àpéto.
Ẹ ṣeun gan.
Adáhùn Àríkọ́lá Tèjìwé ni.
À ń gbọ́rọ̀ yín.
Nípa ọ̀rọ̀ kóòtù wa ọyẹ ká máa ní ìfarabalẹ̀ díẹ̀. Bàbá ní eléyìí kò sí dáadáa ní stéèkì kan asáré yọ ẹni tí ń bọ̀ irú àwọn onímọ̀ tó tún wà lọ́wọ́ tiẹ̀ náà. Ìgbọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n fẹ́ dá Pesero dúró fẹ́ gbọ́ ọmọ ilé wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà káwọn pé tilé wa náà la gbà. A lè máa bá a sọ̀rọ̀ bá bá ti fẹ́.
Ọ̀dà ẹ ṣeun gan ni ẹ já tẹ̀ sọ́wọ́ wájú.
Mo fẹ́ contribute nǹkan the ẹni tó contribute from Osogbo. I mentioned the names of coaches tó wà Nàìjíríà bí àwọn gbẹ̀ngàn ogun but then why can't we just give them Okay. Why can't we give them a chance? Ó yẹ ká lè fún gbogbo àwọn yẹn chance. Gbogbo àwọn coach yẹn bá gbogbo àwọn coach Rivers United yìí. Èmi bí lè pé ó yẹ ká lè fún wọn chance. Kí ni ibo ni gbogbo Gareth Southgate yìí ṣe bí Middlesbrough náà ti di England coach. Gbogbo àwọn coaches tá ń lò yìí you can actually alẹ́ rí líìgì wa mo sọ wọn kan pé líìgì wa ti ń perform better báyìí tá a bá tún wo another season pẹ̀lú Nigerian league Nigeria should be able to get a coach ní gbogbo àwọn tó ń coach super top flight yẹn láti lè wá coach Nigeria dandan kọ́ ni ká wò ta iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe week in week out ni.
ó tọ́ ni náà fún ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ yẹ tabadẹ̀wò náà pé gbogbo ọjọ́ tí Amadou Shuaibu of blessed memory tó fi jẹ́ coach Super Eagles Nigeria kò kúrò nílé ẹ̀ẹ̀kan tó kúrò nílé ló lọ coach ní Kenya so gbogbo àkókò yẹn dẹ̀ ní adẹ̀rẹ́ pé ó ṣe dáadáa so we can begin to look inwards as well too but the question is àwọn coaches afẹ́wò inward they don't have the required certificate so to say that merits the Super Eagles job as the chief trainer. If they have it then definitely tá a bá fún wọn sìn ìgbà wo náà á fẹ́ gbà á so but then tọ́ba ní sẹ́ required qualification it will even be easy for them to grow on the job then it should also be the the NFF even should see to it that probably once in 2 years these national team coaches should go on refresher courses they should go that should be the duty of the NFF. It's not about just receiving FIFA grant and just squandering the money at the end of the day. Put the money you have, the grant from FIFA, the budget from the federal government, put it into a proper use. Develop these coaches, send them onto refresher courses, upgrade them. At the end of the day, Nigeria will be more better off at the end of the day.
The best thing I will actually advise the NFF to do is any top flight coach, make it compulsory for each club. Whichever man sign coach, you should have something like a UEFA license, even if it's A or B.
Even C.
You should have a UEFA. I don't know a little bit Africa, but Europe is UEFA license either A or B before ke course.
To jẹ́ condition ti
ipe ke tó lè gba coach kankan ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní.
Dada ẹ jẹ́ àwọn ṣe ní àlàfíbọ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń pè à ń bọ̀ láti wá gbé pé yín ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ kan wà níbi tó kan Odion Igalo tó jẹ́ atamosa tẹ́lẹ̀ fún ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Super Eagles. So former Super Eagles striker Odion Igalo has said he's willing to play in the Nigerian Professional Football League only if the right things are put in place. And what are the right things? So I'm going to list out some of the things he mentioned. Speaking on the possibility of a return to the Nigerian League, the former Manchester United striker said, I said if security is guaranteed, good coverage is assured and better officiating, of course, I will play. I've played in the league before and it will be a great privilege for me to play again for another 6 months or 1 year before I end my career. But you do not want to be playing and be scared of your life or what is going to happen next. Then it does not worth it, because if I'm going to play, I will not do it because I want to make money. I'm not even going to take money from any team. I will just play because I want to fulfill something. So that's according to Odion Igalo. Now let's talk about Odion Igalo. Mr. Sam Adeboye, Odion Igalo has listed the conditions that will make him return to the Nigerian Premier Football League, NPFL, saying if security is guaranteed, the officiating is okay, is ready to join the NPFL. And I think these are not too much to ask.
But if the just concluded season is anything to go by, then we have seen that the level of officiating has improved tremendously. And you could easily now you see an away team, you see an away team going away and picking up the maximum 3 points at the end of the day. And so in terms of officiating, at least we've never had it so good as like the way we had it during the just concluded season. But then Ihalo has raised up a very, very germane point. And that has to do with security. It is very, 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 very germane. It's very, very crucial. If the security is intact, if it is good, I'm telling you, see, these things happens in other climes. You see players who has gone abroad to play, they want to come back to their national league, to their own national league, even just for 6 months, a year, to play, to say, okay, it's a way of what? Of giving back to the fans who have supported them over the years. Okay, you have seen my rise. See, it was from this country that that I became what I am now. So I want to give back within the 6 or the next 12 months, and that's what the likes of Rashidi Yekini, before he died, that was what he did. So it wasn't about the money, but the security is very, very, very key. Ọlọ́run mọ̀jà kárí kò ṣe dáadáa tán bá lọ jí gbé owó ti dé o. Torí wọ́n mọ̀ pé òun fúnra ẹ̀ gangan owó lòun, so kò jẹ́ nílò kó máa pè yẹn kan òun fúnra ẹ̀ ni ó ṣe kíni ni ó transfer owó. So kókó tó point tó sọ̀rọ̀ nípa yẹn ó ṣe kókó ó ṣe pàtàkì. Tá bá máa rí àwọn tó ti gbá bọ́ọ̀lù lókè òkun tó fẹ́ padà sílé pé bí oṣù bíi mẹ́fà bí ọdún kan láti lè tẹ̀ gbá bọ́ọ̀lù káwa náà kí n ká táwọn táwọn lórí tẹlifíṣàn ká tiẹ̀ ṣe kíni ká tiẹ̀ rí ní tòmíntòyù kájọ wúra wa, then definitely ohun tó dàbí ààbò àwọn àjọ NFF. Not even if when it comes to security, it has nothing to do with the NFF. It has to do with the federal government, the government of the day. Let's see that lives and properties are safe. I mean, if they are safe, àwọn tá fẹ́ lọ bọ̀ gan tí bọ̀ bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ láago mẹ́jọ tí wọ́n parí ẹ̀ ní 11 p.m. gan ọkàn wa balẹ̀ pé tá bá tẹ̀ ń lọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ sí nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tó dáa mọ̀ pé security ṣe kíni. Ṣùgbọ́n orílẹ̀-èdè tá a wáyé wọ́n náà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹ CCTV sí Sàbújá àlọ́lágbọ́ àràbọ̀, so kọ́lọ̀ ṣàṣàánú wa lórílẹ̀‐èdè ni bọ́ọ̀lù kan tó sọ ohun tó ṣe pàtàkì ó ní point.
mi á fún yín láwọn instances kọ̀ọ̀kan tó yẹ pé mi náà fi support nǹkan tó sọ. Marcelo ó lò bẹ́ẹ̀ bí 11 years ní Madrid, he went back to Brazil. Dani Alves ó lò bẹ́ẹ̀ bí almost 6 years ẹ̀fí láwọn kìnìún kan tó ti lọ ó padà sí Brazil. Even David Silva tó yẹ pé nínú Europe gan ni tó pé bẹ́ẹ̀ bí 9 years in Manchester City, he went back to Spain. Ahmed Musa tó fẹ́ ṣe kíní condition wo ni Ahmed Musa fi Kano Pillars sí olùmọ̀ àmàbà yín gba home matches nìkan. Why? It's not because of security. Taba continue league wa báyìí, I am very, very, very sure in the next 2-3 years I'm around players to play for Nigeria tàbá fẹ́ wá retire sílẹ̀ bàbá wọn.
The officiating ẹ̀ ti ń improve
pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí wọ́n gbá ní league last season. Tọ́ba continue for season méjì, I'm around players pé willingly wọ́n fẹ́ wá pay yẹn tí ń wá okay wọ́n yẹ̀ sign players kan sí èyí bá ń sìn wọ́n máa fún ní 600,000 per month per month. Mo wá gbé 600,000 per month, that is 150,000 per week. It is extremely good,
very, very good.
Owó ẹ̀jọ̀ àwọn olóṣèlú àwọn career officers mi lọ. Just get mine. So imagine nǹkan báyìí, so tí player bá ń gba 600,000 per month, so àwọn míì dẹ̀ gba only player tó ń gba almost 1 million per month. So what I was saying, why won't they want to come here?
Okay, so
security yẹn gan ni ká iṣẹ́ lé lórí.
ẹ já sáré sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Kelechi Iheanacho. Nottingham Forest are desperate to add Leicester City forward Kelechi Iheanacho to their squad this summer. The Reds have already established contact with Leicester City and hopeful of a concrete outcome. Iheanacho is keen to leave the Foxes this summer following the club's relegation from the Premier League. So now Nottingham Forest are interested in signing Kelechi Iheanacho. So we're going to talk about the transfer window and some of the news coming up there. So but before then, ẹ jẹ́ sáré ṣí ojú òpó fún ẹ̀yin tí ẹ fẹ́ pè wọlé 0913-1049 0809-333-1049. Wọ́n pé ikọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Nottingham Forest wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ láti gbé Kelechi Iheanacho láti ní ikọ̀ Leicester City. Hello.
Olúwatóbi ló ń pè padà.
Ó dà ẹ ṣeun tẹ́ ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa báyìí.
Yes, mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí issue
Pesero.
ẹ̀kan yẹn.
Okay.
You know, we have been saying it over the past month that Pesero is not the right manager for the Super Eagles. You look at the CV, nothing to write home about, and that is why you see that the NFF can treat him anyhow they wish. Why? Because you are hiring a manager that was not subjected to the scrutiny. You know, he was hired and he started, coaching the team. You look at the Super Eagles, there is no longer, the identity that we used to know Super Eagles for. So if a team does not have the identity, what is the manager doing? You look at our guys. Osimhen is coming on the back of the Scudetto, being the top scorer, one of the finest around in the world now. So you look at these guys, if a manager cannot harmonize this talent, these potentials that we have, and make them, a fearsome, united team. So what are we looking for? It means the manager does not have the template to harmonize this, to tap into their talent.
But Toby, if we are looking at the profile of Pesero, we also need to consider the fact that the NFF have not done enough to cater for his welfare. Because if they have done that, we can easily question his performance too. You understand that?
Is he the one playing?
I mean, see, we are going to blame the NFL for not paying him. However, we have always been saying it. If the NFL is owing you, put your effort into it. Shout out for people to or cry out. Let me put it that way. Cry out for Nigerians to know if you have done your best on the field of play, the results are coming in. There is no way you will not feel you will not have the guts. I mean, to challenge them. Okay, look at what the NFF is doing to him now. When he was hired, nobody knew about it, but they want to make a referendum. So it means they are setting him up already. And so if it is that because he has not been paid or they are owing him for some months that has affected our performances, let's not forget this. He's not the one playing. Whatever, that is why we always say you cannot give what you do not have. So there is no referendum. The guy, of course, just like my colleagues have said in the studio, the time it is wrong timing. I mean, you have a manager who has qualified you, even by Whisker, has qualified you for the Nations Cup. But I still feel, just like Mr. Sam said, okay, we need, if we can get Affinity is coming on the back of clinching the title for Yimba. So if you can trust, we've been saying it, we have, managers, homegrown managers that can do the job. They know the identity of the Super Eagles. This guy was there in 1994. So if he comes into the team on the back of winning a title, he can, chip in the identity. I mean, those guys will respect him because he has done it, overseas before coming back to, to Nigeria to manage the Yimba. So that is what I feel we should do at the moment. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Toby. So let's move on and talk about the transfer window. We have so much to talk about in the transfer window. Let's move on now.
Change your style, another style. Oh yeah, bring it back. Show them say you bad. Yeah,
Again, at last, the real thing. Truly a tonic for the soul. A fresh infusion of zest for life.
I want to enter center. I want to.
All right, so before we talk about the transfer window, let's talk about one of the things that went down during the just concluded season 2022-2023 Premier League season. So Martin Odegaard has admitted that Arsenal's Premier League title collapse will forever bother him for the rest of his life. So I'm going to be quoting him now. You recall that Mikel Arteta's side surrendered 2-goal leads to draw to Liverpool and West Ham and then needed 2 late goals to force a 3-3 home draw against bottom place Southampton. But they were unable to make that true. So when he was asked about what went wrong for Arsenal at the back end of the season, Odegaard said it's very difficult. There are many things that come into play. Of course, we competed against the team that has won it all. It was tight, and even at the end, especially in the 3 games that Arsenal drew, we lost momentum. I think that is the major points of what Odegaard is saying here. There are so many things that can affect the season. We were close and we must use the disappointment to go closer. I think this will bother me for the rest of my life. We were very close. I almost managed to achieve my dream. I think it will be painful for the rest of my life, but we have to try again next year. So that's according to Martin Odegaard now.
Change your style, another style. Baby, bring it back. Oh yeah, show them say you bad.
Okay, so let's move on and talk about the transfer window proper now. Real Madrid star Toni Kroos has revealed that his decision to extend a new deal with the club was the right thing. You recall that the German midfielder penned a new 1-year contract with Real Madrid this week, and he explained, "I did it because I feel it's the right thing to do. In fact, I'd like to congratulate the club for the way in which they managed everything. I think it has been another showing of the connection I have with the club on both parts. I made known my position, saying the same thing from the start, and very clearly I don't want to live here. Let me start with Mr. Sam Adeboye talking about Martin Odegaard, saying it's going to be a painful memory for him for the rest of his life. Arsenal missing out on the chance of winning the EPL, and talking about Toni Kroos, talking about his new day with Real Madrid. Let's start with Odegaard, and
yes,
he said Arsenal lost momentum at a point.
Yeah. As a team, they did, and I know even before when the season started, we have said it several times over, that the only thing that could work against Arsenal was a lack of squad in depth, and probably their winning mentality, so to say. And these two things, came to the fore during the league running at the end of the day. And the one who knows how to do it better at that critical stage, overtook them, and at the end of the day, they were able to win the league. It's good. Moving forward, they must have then learned their lesson this season. What went wrong? Then how do we right
the wrongs?
Prevent such reoccurring in the coming season at the end of the day. And then Odegaard saying that losing the title he will bother him for the rest of his life, so to say. Well, I'm not surprised, because about 3 or 4 weeks back, I was listening to an interview with Arsene Wenger, and he said up to this moment, the 2006 Champions League final that they lost to Barcelona, still bothers him. So if that is happening to the professor, how much more? And if you ask me, it was their best chance, so to say. It was their best chance.
They were very close.
They were very, very close to it. In terms of consistency, they had it over the season, but when it mattered most, they couldn't just that mental toughness, so to say, that mental ruggedity, so to say, deserted them when it mattered most at the end of the day. And for Toni Kroos, it's good for him. Real Madrid, the team Seraki, they valued him so much. Likewise, Luka Modric. Over the last weekend, we said even with advanced age, these guys keep on getting better. It seems he doesn't want to slow down at the end of the day. So it's good for him. Having a contract for another one season, it's good for him.
Okay, so Gbenga, Oja sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ti Arsenal níwọ̀nba tí Odegaard sọ pé wọ́n súnmọ́ gan, ṣùgbọ́n ó ti lọ bí ó ṣe di pé wọ́n dẹ̀ra lẹ̀ láàrin kan.
Ìgbà tí géèmù yẹn sì kú bí 15 games náà láti sọ pé Arsenal wà bọ́ tún ní Arsenal, so kò yà mí lẹ́nu mọ́. Wọ́n ní winning mentality yẹn ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn Odegaard yẹn kọ́ ni kọ́lọ́ṣà mi ò fi yọ wọ́n o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti ro Odegaard bá jẹ captain. Ṣé ẹ gẹ́tì báyẹn kí ni mentality wo gan ló wà lórí tiẹ̀ láti rí pé kò ń kẹ́ jẹ captain Arsenal. So nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ yẹn bó máa wọ́n tiẹ̀ kò yẹ kó wọ́n tiẹ̀ learning curve ní fún, ó yẹ kó jẹ́ bí learning curve fún ni, kò tiẹ̀ kó dùn pàápàá. Irú
ṣọwọ́ easy ni.
Ẹ ṣáàjà dúpẹ́. Irú ti ilé tí bàbá Arsene Wenger sọ yẹn, that one is pure. A mọ̀ pé ilé tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí èmi gan irú nǹkan báyìí gbọ́dọ̀ hàn tèèyàn, torí normally gan àwọn gan normally gbàtí game yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí bá ṣe rẹ́ kàdé àwọn lọ ní èmi gan expect pé team yìí máa perform. Bẹ̀rù ilé báyìí ẹni over 10 games to go. Ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ close the deal yìí now, so kò ní ìdí pé ká blame anybody. And tó bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ ti Toni Kroos ni ẹni tí irú tí Real Madrid gan bá extend contract Toni Kroos, wọn mọ nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe. Number 1, Toni Kroos is a loyal player. Number 2, mo ka article kan nípa ẹ̀. For the past 10 seasons, he is the only player in Europe to register over 90% pass accuracy for complete 10 seasons straight. 90% pass accuracy, kò sí player in Europe tó ní 90% pass accuracy over 90 for 10 seasons straight. So irú start yẹn gbọ́dọ̀ wò pé Elima Kroos ṣe player tó yẹ pé irú àwọn Xavi Iniesta yẹn ni dédé wọn ń pariwo, kì í ṣe àwọn tọ́lọ́ ń gbé ojú wọn sókè gangan, ṣùgbọ́n nínú team Modric, Kroos yẹn, Casemiro wo midfield mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yẹn náà ó ní wọ́n gbalẹ̀ Champions League mẹ́ta, so it's not easy. So Kroos is not a player that I can just let go, but tá a bá rí bóyá bí irú 70 million tàbí fún Casemiro, ṣe pé máa ìgbà tí máa United desperate wọ́n kó 70 million lórí Casemiro, àdẹ̀rí nǹkan tó ṣe fún Manchester United, but Kroos ń ṣe player báyìí, ó dà pé loyalty tiẹ̀ tún fẹ́ strong ju tàwọn yẹn lọ.
So last week we were unable to talk about Jude Bellingham, but this week we're going to talk about him. Carlo Ancelotti has continued Real Madrid's traditional 4-3-3 formation after returning to the M a few years ago, with Karim Benzema leading the front line alongside 2 wide forwards. The formula has worked quite well for them. And now we're going to talk about Jude Bellingham. However, with Benzema leaving the club and Real Madrid bringing in Jude Bellingham, there might be a shift in Real Madrid's tactical formation. That's according to the reports we're getting now. This has been reported by some journalists, which suggest Carlo Ancelotti might shift to a 4-3-1-2 formation next season in order to accommodate Bellingham into the team. So we're going to be talking about the Bellingham effects. And let me start with Mr. Sam Adeboye. Now, they said there is the probability of changing formation just to accommodate Jude Bellingham. Is it worth it, Mr. Sam? Let's talk about him.
Well, for me, for Real Madrid to have forked out 100 million euros, so to say, to sign a player, number one, it really shows the level of confidence that probably that reposed in him. It really shows that they believe in his ability, that what he's able to do on the pitch, most importantly, and his attitude as well off the pitch. You know, your attitude on the pitch and off the pitch, it goes a long way in measuring how successful you are going to be at the end of the day. But there's one thing I want us to look at. If we need to dig deep into this particular transfer. You see, between 1992 to date, about 135 Spanish players has played in the Premier League, and they are still playing the Premier League. Between 92 to date, 135. And you know, over the same period of years, only 10 English players has played or still playing in the Spanish La Liga. You know, by the time you compare these two stars, so it means ordinarily English players really goes out from their comfort zone, so to say. So they hardly move out. Only few in the last 10 years that has done that. Now, by the time you look at these 10 players who has, played in the La Liga, about 6 of them played for lesser known teams. Elche, Girona, Real Vallecano, Real Zaragoza, and the likes of them. Only 4 of them, Jude Bellingham will be the number 5, that has played for Real Madrid. The number 1 person, let me start with the number 1. The one who was Jonathan Woodgate. He was a rugged defender, and a lot of people believe he's going to make a good impression at the Bernabeu. But at the end of the day, on his debut match, he received a yellow card. He scored an own goal, and injury was not kind to him, and that was his end. The other person who one would have thought would have done much was Michael Owen. You know, that team that Michael Owen played in, you had a Ronaldo de Lima, had Zinedine Zidane, and has Luis Figo. So breaking into that attacking formation was difficult for him. So he was always on the bench. So after one season, he was shipped out to Newcastle. But then we remember David Beckham. It was about the most glamorous one, so to say. But at the end of the day, it wasn't the most successful. And Real Madrid did not buy David Beckham for the sporting for what he was able to do on the pitch of play. But it was bought for pure merchandise. So even before he kicked his first ball. If you recoup the investment paid on him through shirt sales and things like that. So a quarter about 4 match but at the end of the day,
it was more of business.
It was more of business and merchandise, so to say, not for the sporting activity. But at the end of the day, due to his attitude, he was still able to be there for 4 years, and then he did what? He secured 1 La Liga win in 2007. But then the best one the best English player who has played in the Spanish La Liga in the last 10 years was what? A lot of people might already know about him, was Steve McManaman. He's the best. Very elegant a player. Very, very elegant. And I remember he scored the winning goal against Valencia and UEFA Champions League 2000 final. Very, very influential. He came in 1999 as a free agent from Liverpool. He was there for 4 seasons and he won 2 La Liga and 2 Champions League. And so he was the most accomplished English player who has played in the Spanish La Liga. But the question is, with the capital layout on Jude Bellingham, we did not weigh him down.
The expectation
is Real Madrid the right club for him to go at this particular point in time? Would it have been better for him if he had gone for a much lesser club? For example, no, I don't mean to be disrespectful. Maybe a team probably like Manchester United, so to say, where he will be able to hone his skill more, where the weight of expectation will not be too heavy on him. Because for now, given what Manchester, the way they are playing now, no one will be expecting Manchester United to win the Champions League in next season. No one. If anybody is thinking that, then definitely that person is they're dreaming. Except if the man from Saudi Arabia eventually buys the club, it's possible that his money might work wonders at the end of the day. But if that is not possible, no one would be expecting Manchester United to win the Champions League next season.
So are you saying it was a wrong move for Bellingham to have moved to Real Madrid?
For me, I think the move would have been good if probably if he has given himself another 2 or 3 years if he has given him another 2 or 3 years in a club that is not as big, so to say, as Real Madrid. Fine. I just pray that he will not toe the line of other English players who has played for Real Madrid. I wish him the best of luck.
Benga, I think there's a clause we need to consider here, and that is, should Real Madrid succeed in the pursuit of Kylian Mbappe this summer, there is a chance the Frenchman could accompany Vinicius Junior up front. And now, though it's still rumor, there's no confirmation yet, but we're having the rumor that Real Madrid are trying to go after Mbappe. Now, if Mbappe joins Real Madrid and we are having Jude Bellingham here and they are trying to change the formation, at the end of the day, with the expectation not be, according to Mr. Sana, with the expectation not be too much on Jude Bellingham, and will eventually distract him and affect his career in Tottenham.
No, I'm not going to agree with Mr. Sam. See, if you're going to sign for a coach like Ancelotti or Arsene Wenger, I don't care about your age, because the young players thrive under this kind of coaches. So that is why.
So he knows how to manage them.
He knows how to manage them. And we're talking about Jude Bellingham. Ancelotti is supposed to join Real, is an unconfirmed statement report. I was supposed to join Brazil at the end of the summer, but just wanted to build the team against next summer. He has signed Camavinga, he signed Tchouaméni, and he signed Jude Bellingham. The three of them, I think the oldest one is 22. So they are planning a midfield for next. You understand, for the next generation midfield. So I wish they really sign Mbappe, but I don't think the weight of expectation on Bellingham is going to be much, because he's playing under Ancelotti. And you have the next generation. You are playing with Camavinga and Tchouaméni. You guys are basically mates. So at least that thing you'll be able to mingle. So I don't. And with his performance at the World Cup and his performance for Borussia Dortmund, no. I don't think it's the kind of player that plays under pressure like that. No.
So it's more or less like building the team around the next
generation Real Madrid. That's what is happening now. And I will just wish and pray. I wish personally, because Real Madrid is my second best team, so I really want them to sign Mbappe. And if they should sign Mbappe, the formation is not going to change. It is only if they fail to sign Mbappe that the formation is going to change, because they will not have a proper 9. But if they should sign Mbappe, Vinicius will be here, Mbappe will be here, then maybe Rodrigo Goes or Valverde, anybody will be on the other side. So the formation is not going to change if they can sign a prolific 9. But if they can't get a prolific 9, that is the only condition where the formation is going to change.
Okay, so I think I should have this one before I open the telephone line. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a sọ lédè Yorùbá kí a mọ̀ sí lálàfi bọ̀. Agbọ́wọ́ wájú fún ikọ̀ Chelsea, Kai Havertz, wọ́n pé láàrin òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ẹni yóò parí àyẹ̀wò léra láti lọ sínú ikọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Arsenal níbi ọ̀rọ̀ ṣe ń lọ lọ́wọ́ lórí ohun tó kan ti Declan Rice, ṣùgbọ́n ní ti Havertz báyìí wọ́n pé òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ẹni yóò padà di pé ṣùgbọ́n Snow sọ nǹkan kan ní àná àbíjẹta tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ wípé kó mọ̀ di pé lẹ́yìn òrẹ́yìn yóò wá dénú ikọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Arsenal báyìí yóò wá di balabala àbí tí ó gbéná pamọ́ látara bí àwọn èèyàn ṣe mọ̀ rò pé òkè bóyá kó wá ṣe nǹkan kan àbí kó dá bẹ̀bẹ̀ kan.
Bá méjì lọ́rọ̀ Havertz, ẹni tó bá rí Havertz tó bá ń play kí game ẹ̀ má dùn kẹ́ mọ̀ pé ẹni tó ní potential ni. So it is either pé ó develop potential, torí balabala náà ló ṣe ní last season Chelsea. So àmọ́ balabala tó tún fẹ́ worst ju eléyìí tó ṣe ní Chelsea ní last season lọ ju eléyìí tó bá fẹ́ lọ ṣe last night. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá méjì lọ́rọ̀ Havertz, is either he makes it or breaks it. Bá méjì ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ pé ọ̀rọ̀ ti Chelsea náà bí gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe ń lọ náà, at least bí àwọn Chelsea fan inú mi ti ẹ̀ ń dùn pé kò tẹ̀ máa gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń lọ yẹn inú mi ń dùn. Ká wá parí sí number 6 next season, at least mo mọ̀ pé at least gbogbo clear out yẹn coach yẹn máa mọ̀ pé yes mo fẹ́ tún life ara mi bẹ̀rẹ̀ straight ni. Gbogbo àwọn Kante tó lọ yẹn, everybody, Koulibaly, Mendy, everybody, ó dùn mí fún Mendy náà torí gbàdé pé àkànṣáré yá ògo ẹ̀ lọ torí normally tí Mendy bá retire mo sure pé post interview after retirement ó máa sọ pé Chelsea ò ṣe dáadáa sàn. post retirement a sọ pé Chelsea ò ṣe dáadáa sún ẹnì kan ló dé mi fún jù.
tí N'Golo Kante náà kò ṣe nǹkan kan náà.
no N'Golo Kante came sọ ànìkan káàdì ni so ó dẹ̀ tó time kò lọ kò sẹ́ni kò sí bad blood láàrin anybody nínú ti ọ̀rọ̀ Kante yẹn pàápàá kò sí bad blood níbẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ti agbègbè àwọn tó lọ náà Kalidou Koulibaly náà kọlùkọlù lọ náà so I don't so bẹ́ẹ̀ mo wò pé generation fẹ́ build next generation ni torí next season mi ò rí kankan pé bóyá Chelsea mo dáhùn bí i àmà qualify for Champions League gan next season.
hello ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o.
hello ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ kó ètò.
ẹ ṣeun gan.
Táíwò Àsáyéléjì rẹ̀ bàbá fresh láti ìlú Ẹdẹ.
bàbá fresh à ń gbọ́ yín.
tẹ́ ẹ rí áfáàtì tó lọ sí Arsenal bí ìgbà pa àfi ọtẹ wẹ̀ fún wọn ni kò sí ọmọ tí a tà fún Arsenal láti inú ọkọ̀ Chelsea tó wúlò fún wọn ṣé David Luiz lẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ ni àbí William èwo ló ṣe dáadáa fún wọn áfáàtì náà ti rà wọ́n máa lò ó tẹ́ wá rí ti ọmọ ti Real Madrid yìí Bellingham ó sì máa rí tẹ̀sí dáadáa ní àárín gbùngbùn ti ẹgbẹ́ ti Madrid ẹ kú ètò lédè Fresh FM ní bàjẹ́.
àmì ẹ ṣeun gan Mr. Sam.
ẹ já sọ fún baba fresh báyìí wọ́n ti gbàgbé ni Peter Cech ṣe dáadáa o bẹ́ẹ̀ Chelsea wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ta fún Cech ṣe dáadáa.
yàtọ̀ sí Cech náà àwọn Ashley Cole nìkan ó cover ogbó àwọn tààtà fún iṣẹ́ tí Ashley Cole nìkan ṣe fún Chelsea ó cover ogbó.
then lórí ti ọ̀rọ̀ ti Havertz yẹn ìgbà tí Chelsea máa sign Fernando Torres it was firing on all cylinders for Liverpool ìgbà tó dé Chelsea nǹkan ó di nǹkan míì so ó ṣeé ṣe fún Havertz just like my colleague said it's an opportunity for him to rebuild his self-confidence even to build his career again and one will feel that his career is diving gradually but it's the onus lies on him to pick up the pieces of his career and to I'm not to say I sincerely believe in my heart that he's going to do it for Arsenal in the coming season.
But on one condition, if Arsenal should perform well because next season mi ò mọ̀ Bemoru I doubt Arsenal will perform the way they perform this season. Wo last 10 games here now but no matter your last 10 games pé kọ́ fi ṣe league Arsenal dey parí sí number 7 ní last 10 games you understand so performance yẹn tó máa gbé wọ I am not seeing Arsenal in the top 4.
ṣùgbọ́n tí tó bá di pé ẹ mọ̀ pé ní ìsìn ìbáyìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní wọn ò lérò pé wọ́n lè ṣe dáadáa bí wọ́n ṣe ṣe wọn tí wọ́n bá fi ọwọ́ tí wọ́n fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní season tá a parí tó fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí next season.
gbàtí Leicester gba league ṣé wọ́n gba kí náà gbà ní next season. bó ṣe wà nìyẹn so eléyìí tí Arsenal ṣe last season yìí one off ni kì í ṣe pé bóyá wọ́n ní squad yẹn àwọn gan mọ̀ pé gamble ni Ọlọ́run ó jẹ́ fáwọn ni kì í ṣe pé bóyá wọ́n ní squad yẹn.
ṣùgbọ́n àwọn náà wá ń gbìyànjú àti ra àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n tún lè fi kún.
ẹja mọ ohun tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ next season ṣẹ̀rí àti mọ number 1 àti mọ number 2 èmi tiẹ̀ ti mọ number 1 and 2 náà bẹ́ẹ̀ Arsenal mi rí wọn mo ti mọ number 1 and 2 bẹ́ẹ̀ Arsenal mi rí ṣẹ́rí gbogbo àwọn Manchester United.
tani 1 and 2.
Man City number 1.
2 nǹkan.
èmi á fún Liverpool. yes torí wọn á padà wá tó bá ta Salah tún ní problem ọbẹ̀ tó bá ta Salah gbogbo àwọn Darwin Nunez yẹn gbogbo àwọn Diaz yẹn wọ́n á perform injury ló pa wọn ní season ẹ wo performance wọn ní last 10 games bá a ṣe sọ sí Arsenal náà ni tó máa gbé performance wọn last 10 games Liverpool should be number 2 in the league.
ṣùgbọ́n ó wọ̀n dáadáa pé lílọ Sadio Mane ó daṣẹ́rú mọ́ Liverpool lọ́wọ́.
pẹ̀lú injury ó da team work wọn rú pẹ̀lú injury tí wọ́n bá gbé ẹ̀jẹ̀.
team chemistry wọn dàrú ó dàrú pátápátá.
ẹ wo àwọn àti Chelsea jọ ń jà sí number 10 and 11 ni ẹ wo opportunity ṣebí wọ́n chance pẹ̀lú lókùn náà ó yẹ kán qualify for Champions League straight ẹ wo performance yẹn so you know as Liverpool is a team that you definitely have to watch out for next season. Adéṣe sọ̀rọ̀ Newcastle táwọn sign player ṣeréṣeré.
hello. ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o.
ọ̀gbẹ́ni ògbúgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ ọ̀yàtẹ̀wẹ̀ gbẹ̀ngbẹ̀ mọ̀ south ló sọ̀rọ̀.
à ń gbọ́rọ̀ yín.
ṣe rí nípa ọ̀rọ̀ Havertz wá sí Arsenal. ìgbà táwọn èèyàn sọ wípé gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n tà fún Arsenal láì Chelsea pé wọ́n ṣe dáadáa. ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé tí bàbá bá na ọmọ ṣé inú ọmọ máa dùn ni inú ọmọ ò lè dùn ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé Chelsea ní ìsìnbà inú wọn ò dùn níbi tí wọ́n bára wọn ẹnu wọn yẹn náà ló dẹ̀ kó bá wọn débẹ̀. ṣé ẹ rí ẹ mọ̀ yẹ kí n parọ́ fún yín bí Arsenal ṣe ń play kọ́ ni Chelsea ṣe ń play oníkálukú ló dẹ̀ mọ̀ bó ṣe ń tọ́jú ọmọ rẹ̀ ṣẹ́gẹ̀ tàwa tọ́jú ọmọ wa la bára wa ní number 2 ẹ wo bí Chelsea tó tọ́jú ọmọ ti ṣe dé ó bá ní nọ́mbà.
ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n wá ní nọ́mbà 2 yín tẹ́ ẹ parí sí season tá a lò tán yìí pé kò dájú ní next season báyìí.
ẹ wo ẹ fi Táíwò Àsáyéléjì rẹ sílẹ̀ lẹ̀ ẹnu náà ló padà fi kó bá.
ẹ jẹ́ kí a wo eléyìí pàápàá ní ojú ọjà káràkátà tí ó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ti ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Manchester United. Ṣùgbọ́n ká tó sọ tiwọn Manchester City àwọn náà ti ń súnmọ́ àti pé kí wọ́n gbé Declan Rice láti inú ikọ̀ West Ham tó sì jẹ́ pé ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Arsenal àwọn náà wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ṣùgbọ́n àwọn èèyàn wá ń pé ó jọ bí ẹni pé Pep Guardiola kò fẹ́ sùn rárá gbogbo pé ó ń ṣe dáadáa yìí kò dádúró láti mọ́tùmọ́ tún ra ọmọ sí láti fi kún nǹkan tó nílẹ̀. Mr. Sam ṣé ó tún ní nǹkan tí wọ́n tún fẹ́ dà kọjá tí wọ́n dà season ní next season ní Manchester City?
Well,
torí àti first 11 wọn báyìí àti second ó pé.
Being successful,
you build on it.
Being successful is good. Then, but building on your success, sustaining your success level is an Herculean task. And one man sọ pé tẹ̀yẹ̀ bá parọ́ ó nílò ìrọ́bí mẹ́wàá láti fi cover irọ́ kan tó pa. So ẹni tó succeed ní season tó sì mọ̀ pé àwọn akẹgbẹ́ òun náà táwọn jọ jà fitafita àwọn náà ò ní sùn òun náà fẹ́ wá gbogbo ọ̀nà tó dáa kí la tún lè fi kún kí la lè yọ kúrò tó tún máa jẹ́ kájí kí ni ká tún dáa jù báyìí lọ ní sáà tó ń bọ̀. And I think that is what Pep Guardiola is doing at the moment. But in terms of Declan Rice, I think Declan Rice himself personally wouldn't have loved to go to Man City because of their array of stars, so to say. Personally, I want to believe he would prefer going to Arsenal because he will be able to establish himself. He will be able to play. He will be able to play week in, week out. And then for now, from the feelers we are getting, it's like Arsenal will be ready probably in the next 2 or 3 days to go and table 100 million, just like as West Ham is asking for.
Arsenal.
Yeah,
100 million.
Yes, they are because probably 2 days ago they went with 90 million and it was rejected. So they are trying to to hop their.
owó tí wọ́n ní Arsenal gbé lọ yìí ó dìgbà tèmi bá rí tán san.
ẹgbẹ́ mi náà sọ pé Arsenal 100 million. And about Sherry, I want to chip in on Sherry. Manchester City, okay, Gunoga is going. They want to sell Calvin Phillips. Don't sign in Leeds. He has not performed. So this guy is going. They are right back. O likely kó lọ sí Bayern, their right back yìí ọmọ England yìí is likely to go to. So kì í ṣe pé bóyá
wọ́n ṣáà ní players bíi
mẹ́ta kan tó jẹ́ profile player tó ń lọ. And number 2 báwo ni wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ sign the rights náà. And number 2 tí n bá jẹ́ player I would definitely want to, even Jack Grealish, she said it onígbà tó ń kọ́kọ́ dé Manchester City onígbà tó ń rí bọ́nyẹ́ ń bọ́ọ̀lù bẹ́ẹ̀ ó náà kọ́kọ́ tún ọjọ́ làwọn rò pé ṣé òun lè meet them but later he had to sit down ẹ̀bùn performance ẹ̀ nígbà tí season fẹ́ parí. So I believe Declan Rice tó tún jẹ́ captain ní ó yẹ kó lè perform ní Manchester no matter kí dandan kọ́ ni kó bẹ̀rẹ̀.
style of play wọn gan ó máa challenge ẹ.
àwọn Rodri ló máa bò wájú àwọn Rodri ló máa jẹ́ bàbá fún bẹ́ẹ̀ at least tó máa wo ẹsẹ̀ wọn àwòkọ́ṣe wọn tó bá fi perform èmi àpéfà kó lọ sí Manchester City ó ti ṣọ́ọ̀gbé next season wàá gba Premier League.
Ife ṣú ọ̀fun tó bá lọ bẹ̀.
wàá gba Premier League next season.
Ife ṣú ọ̀fun.
so kí wàá ló tún kù mọ́.
Ife ṣú ọ̀fun.
àwọn ọmọ fàdúrà sí Arsenal.
Manchester United ní kẹjá fi kandi wọ́n pé wọ́n tún lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kẹta láti sọ̀rọ̀ Mount ṣùgbọ́n tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní kò sí nǹkan tó jọ àti pé kí wọ́n rí gbé inú kọ Chelsea. Mo ń wò pé bó bá lọ sínú kọ ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Manchester United ó yẹ kí ààyè lè gbà ju bí nǹkan ṣe wà sínú kọ ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Chelsea lásìkò àbí Chelsea rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí irinṣẹ́ tí wọ́n fẹ́ yọ̀ǹda.
no Chelsea ń wọ́wọ́ gidi lórí ẹ̀ ni.
ọ̀rọ̀ owó ni
under Pochettino tó wáyé báyìí àmọ́ orúkọ ti Pochettino jẹ́ ṣe bó wá ẹ̀yìn mọ́ndà àwọn coaches kọ̀ọ̀kan perform dáadáa. so bẹ̀ Chelsea kọlẹ̀ nídìí owó àṣìnídà àti sign and player mi irú Nicholas Jackson ta sign àárọ̀ yìí ni mo gbọ́ pé 8 years na sign ẹ̀ fún you are going to pay you will sign him for 35 million you are going to pay 35 million in 8 years and you are giving him a 7-year contract. Chelsea gẹ́sì bá yẹn so àwọn àwọn owó kọ̀ọ̀kan irú amama san 6 million lórí ẹ̀ lọ́dọọdún fọ́dún mẹ́jọ ní Nicholas Jackson tàbí so irú ilé ìbáyìí Chelsea kan lè fẹ́ cash out lórí ẹ̀ ni àmọ́ bóyá máa perform ọ̀dà Pochettino náà torí wọn jọ play papọ̀ rí but at least èmi ń bílí pé wọ́n fẹ́ cash out ni gbogbo àwọn tó ń lọ yìí àkànfẹ́ fi balance the record ni. So if he goes all well and good èmi like it as a player náà torí gba player of the season fún alẹ́ mi player of the season Chelsea ní lẹ́ẹ̀mejì bẹ̀ẹ̀ tó bá lọ náà all well and good torí financial position tá a wà yìí
exactly
gbogbo àwọn Modric Enzo tá a gbé yìí dé ó níbi tó ń gún lára club yẹn.
I think Chelsea needs to balance their account books now so that's why they need to they need as much money as they can get from transfer market. It's not as if they are willing to build the team around the missing amount but they are holding out to a better pay packet a better offer so to say and then nǹkan tó wọ́n dẹ̀ wò ni pé tí Man U bá nílẹ̀ lóòótọ́ nǹkan táwọn bá lò ẹ̀
kan gbowó wa
gbogbo nǹkan tó kó tó 5 $25 million now.
So Ode Ojo they were on his side. It's not as if he ahead. So Ojo, so he has a bearing injury. He have at least 6 years to play like at the highest level, so to say.
Overhyping on my yes. Mason Mount is not worth 60 million.
Even the clearance go worth 100 million.
Their Grealish is not worth 100 million too.
But that has been the problem of England.
Jude Bellingham, he is not playing in England. Dortmund the lower. They back with 100 million. I'm like, get outside. But I want to
ẹja mọ lọ kápàdé lọ́sẹ̀ tí ń bọ̀. Thank you very much Ọlágúnjú Gbénga. Ó ṣàkíyèsí pé Mr Sam orúkọ ni wọ́n ń pe Gbénga lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Ṣéun àbí Ṣẹ́gun nígbà tó tọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta tí ó dà ẹ jẹ́ kí ọ ṣeun gan ni Ọlágúnjú Gbénga.
àti padà dé báyìí so ìpàdé wa tún di next week pẹ̀lú gọ́ọ̀lọ́.
ó dà Mr Sam Adébóyè.
adúpẹ́lú àwọn àgbo àwọn tá a jọ ṣe tó bá wa gbọ́ lẹ́nu because tí ò bá sáwọn ń bẹ̀ nǹkan táwọn ṣe ń bí ò ní ìtumọ̀ ẹ ṣe púpọ̀.
ó dà Olúwafẹ́mi Adéníyì ìjọba sport ló kọ mi á pàdé lọ́sẹ̀ tí ń bọ̀.
Them they look you all eyes for me like a Tupac yo. I keep them Balenciaga, they shady milli, I too bad yo. I know they for your chit chat yo, carry your matter they go TikTok yo. My gentle days on go, I know they look back yo.
Of a generation. You are the fortunate one.
Àpótí òṣèlú portfolio Fresh 104.9 FM Òṣogbo ó kilẹ̀ fàlàfàlà.
àgbẹ̀ ìsàlẹ̀ lómi họ́wùhọ́. àwọn ọlọ́lẹ́rẹ́ aládùn ni mo ṣe rí ẹ̀ má jiyàn rárá sí orí wa ládùn olóyè àwọn tó ní mọ́tò lóyè lọ sọ fáwọn tó jiyàn wípé wá ṣe wọn ò létí ni. ṣẹ́gbọ́n tọmọ mi tún sọ ọ́ gbogbo elétí gbọ́n tọmọ mi tún sọ ọ́ àgbẹ̀ ìsàlẹ̀ lómi họ́wùhọ́. àwọn ọlọ́lẹ́rẹ́ aládùn àgbẹ̀ ìsàlẹ̀ lómi họ́wùhọ́. àwọn ọlọ́lẹ́rẹ́ aládùn ni mo ṣe rí ẹ̀ má jiyàn rárá sí orí wa ládùn olóyè àwọn tó ní mọ́tò lóyè lọ sọ fáwọn tó jiyàn wípé wá ṣe wọn ò létí ni. ṣẹ́gbọ́n tọmọ mi tún sọ ọ́ gbogbo elétí gbọ́n tọmọ mi tún sọ ọ́. èrè àsálàtù apápá láìláì eruku lálá àfimọ́ nọkànnọkàn tó retí lò láti fìdí aláṣejù bọ́ọ̀lù gbígbóná ojú wọn fàìfàì. èrè àsálàtù apápá láìláì eruku lálá àfimọ́ nọkànnọkàn tó retí lò láti fìdí aláṣejù bọ́ọ̀lù gbígbóná ojú wọn fàìfàì. tùǹgbà ayé fẹ́lẹ́ ń dùn mọ́ ẹ. ṣùgbọ́n yẹn máa nìkan dábọ̀. orin ayé fẹ́lẹ́ ṣe máa ń dùn mọ́ ẹ yẹn. ṣùgbọ́n yẹn máa nìkan dábọ̀. ṣọ́ra wọn tí wọ́n fún bọ́ yẹn. tó bá lọ jàjà pétí o. máa kàn máa pè é láwọn ni o. wọn ló selfish. máa kàn máa pè é láwọn ni o. ṣèbórin ayé fẹ́lẹ́ ń dùn mọ́ ẹ. ṣùgbọ́n yẹn máa nìkan dábọ̀. mo mọ̀ pé tùǹgbà ayé fẹ́lẹ́ ń dùn ó yí gan. ṣùgbọ́n yẹn máa nìkan dábọ̀. ṣọ́ra wọn tí wọ́n fún bọ́ yẹn. tó bá lọ jàjà pétí o. máa kàn máa pè é láwọn ni o. wọn ló selfish. máa kàn máa pè é láwọn ni o. yasala èrè àsálàtù. àwa là ń gbèdé tó dé tí gbèsè tó tún wé tí gbọ́. pẹ̀lú àlejò tó kí tó rinlẹ̀ tó mára jí pépé. èrè àsálàtù gbogbo orin dọ́dẹ o. iyọ̀ àti retí rẹ o. adùn ẹ bá mi là ń bẹ̀ o. pọ̀pọ̀ àlùjọ ní plenty. yẹ̀yẹ̀ innovator gbèrèdè. ẹ jẹ́ ká jọjọ́. èrè àsálàtù gbogbo orin dọ́dẹ o. iyọ̀ àti retí rẹ o. adùn ẹ bá mi là ń bẹ̀ o. pọ̀pọ̀ àlùjọ ní plenty. yẹ̀yẹ̀ ìwé dàgbà. ẹ jẹ́ ká jọjọ́. ayé fẹ́lẹ́ ká wá tó lè ṣohunkóhun. a ní láti fi ìfẹ́ lọ́hùn síwájú. èrè àsálàtù kì í lórúkọ tó mọ̀ ọ́ kí o. torí bí tó máa kì í lórúkọ tí mo mọ̀ ọ́ kí. ayé fẹ́lẹ́. kì í lórúkọ tó mọ̀ ọ́ kí o. torí bí tó máa kì í lórúkọ tí mo mọ̀ ọ́ kí. ayé àgbọ̀. èrè àsálàtù kì í lórúkọ tó mọ̀ ọ́ kí o. torí bí tó máa kì í lórúkọ tí mo mọ̀ ọ́ kí. ayé fẹ́lẹ́. kì í lórúkọ tó mọ̀ ọ́ kí o. torí bí tó máa kì í lórúkọ tí mo mọ̀ ọ́ kí. ayé àgbọ̀. ṣó ti gbá pé ọ̀yàjú ènìyàn ló ń fira ẹ̀ lájágún máa fi ìbọn ṣe. ọba wa ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọba wa ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. ọ̀yàjú ènìyàn ló ń fira ẹ̀ lájágún máa fi ìbọn ṣe o. ọba wa ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ òun ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọba wa ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. jáì èmi ṣe kábíyèsí rẹ̀ ọba dáyé má gbé. ọba ni adákún má kú. ọba ni adóúnjẹ má jẹ. ọba ni adómi má mu. ọba ni ọlọ́lá jùlọ jùlọ. ọba ni ọlọ́lá paríparí. ọba ni ọlọ́lá pàápàá. ọba ni apaniláì lálàyé. ọba ni ọba tágara kì í dá. ọba ni ọba gbẹ̀gùnlẹ̀já. ọba ni ọba ni. yasala ọ̀yàjú ènìyàn ló ń tira ẹ̀ lájágún má fi tìbọn ṣe. ọba wa ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ òun ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọba wa ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. ayífẹ́lẹ́ mo ti kì í lórúkọ tí mo mọ̀ ọ́ kí o. láyé káwọn yìí lórúkọ tí mo mọ̀ ọ́ yìí káyé kó gbọ́. kì í lórúkọ tó mọ̀ ọ́ kí o. torí mi gbọ́ mọ̀ kì í lórúkọ tí mo mọ̀ ọ́ ayé àgbọ̀. ó ti yá ẹ bá mi bójú bàbá tí múnimúni kì í mú. ọba àbọ̀ tó tí mo mọ̀ ọ́ jẹ́ dé. èmi iṣẹ́ mi. ọba tí kì í ṣàárẹ̀. ọba tí kì í ṣàmọ́tí. ọba tó tayọ wàhálà. ọlọ́run òtítọ́. ọba tó tayọ àkókò. ọba olùkápá. ọba olùdáǹdè. òun lọ́ba olùdájọ́. amúnimáfúni lára. ọ̀dájọ́ dáhùn. ọba tó ṣẹ̀dá àtọ̀. lórí ṣẹ̀dá ikùn sínú. omi làtọ̀ omi níkun. ikùn ló fẹ́ dàbí àtọ̀. ṣùgbọ́n ṣe ikùn ò lè dán.
Prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the master key. Jesus started with prayer. I ended with prayer. Prayer is the master key. Yẹ́pẹ́lẹ́ àdúrà ní kọ́kọ́rọ́, àdúrà ṣe pàtàkì, àdúrà ṣe kókó gan. Tó bá fẹ́ dájà fún ṣẹ́gun, tó fẹ́ dá láyọ̀ nígbẹ̀yìn. Àdúrà ṣe kókó gan. Prayer, prayer, prayer. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. Prayer, prayer is the master key. Master key. Jesus started with prayer and ended with prayer. Prayer is the master key. Ìrẹsà láti wo àdúrà la gbójúlé, àdúrà la fẹ̀yìntì, àdúrà la wà á máa ń ṣe. Ó kan yín kan bá kú yóò máa yá. Fresh 104.9 FM Òṣogbo. Ó kilẹ̀ fàlàfàlà. Àtúmọ̀ láyọ̀ láti ṣàlàyé fún ẹ wípé lónìí lọ́lọ́run mi bọ̀ wá ṣe mí lóore pàtàkì. Lónìí lọ́lọ́run mi bọ̀ wá ṣe mí lóore pàtàkì. Yóò ṣe mí lóore pàtàkì, yóò ṣe mí lóore pàtàkì. Lónìí lọ́lọ́run mi bọ̀ wá ṣe mí lóore pàtàkì. Oore oore ọmọ àtàlàáfíà tó fura. Lónìí lọ́lọ́run mi bọ̀ wá ṣe mí lóore pàtàkì. Ìdùnnú ayérayé pẹ̀lú ẹ̀mí mímú tí kò mọ̀ ya. Lónìí lọ́lọ́run mi bọ̀ wá ṣe mí lóore pàtàkì. Oore tí mo ti lé ti pẹ́. Lọ́wọ́ ni yóò tó dandan. Lónìí lọ́lọ́run mi bọ̀ wá ṣe mí lóore pàtàkì. Yóò ṣe mí lóore pàtàkì, yóò ṣe mí lóore pàtàkì. Lónìí lọ́lọ́run mi bọ̀ wá ṣe mí lóore pàtàkì. Congratulations, bàbá congratulations. Èmi náà ti gbà pé kan tó múnú mi dùn yàtọ̀. Congratulations, bàbá congratulations. Èmi náà ti gbà pé kan tó múnú mi dùn yàtọ̀. Mo ti gba lẹ́tà ayọ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tí kì í tán ní jẹ. Èmi náà ti gbà pé kan tó múnú mi dùn yàtọ̀. Congratulations, bàbá congratulations. Èmi náà ti gbà pé kan tó múnú mi dùn yàtọ̀. Àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ tí mo ń gbà ó fẹ̀rín pẹ̀tẹ́ ní bàbá yìí. Èmi náà ti gbà pé kan tó múnú mi dùn yàtọ̀. Congratulations, bàbá congratulations. Èmi náà ti gbà pé kan tó múnú mi dùn yàtọ̀. Ayé fẹ́lẹ́ ìgbà tó ta sọ fún kẹ̀ àtúnlọ́dún tó ń sí. Ó máa tó sọ fún yọ padà sáwá bá wà ní. Lọ́ba tó dá mi wá bí dìdí jí wọn lẹ́nu ọ̀tọ̀. Níbùkún Ọlọ́run bá sọ̀kalẹ̀ wọnú ayé mi sí. Ìgbà tó ta sọ fún kẹ̀ àtúnlọ́dún tó ń sí. Ó máa tó sọ fún yọ padà sáwá bá wà ní. Lọ́ba tó dá mi bá bí dìdí jí wọn lẹ́nu ọ̀tọ̀. Níbùkún Ọlọ́run bá sọ̀kalẹ̀ sínú ayé mi sí. Ayé fẹ́lẹ́ di dictionary lágbolé orin. Alphabetically lórí wa tó bá fẹ́ jọ lọ ṣe. Torí àwọn ajá ni mẹ́rin lè kàtà yẹn ń fẹ́ kiri. Ìfura kápẹ́jú lè gbọdọ̀. Abẹ́ jẹ́sù tuntun ẹ̀yin bọ́ká lè rorò mọ́dìyẹ tó ní rogo. Erin kì í fọn tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ kọ́ mọ́tún bá fọn. Ayé fẹ́lẹ́ di erin ó fọn lọ́tọ̀ mọ́tún bá fọn. Láyé ìgbà dọ̀gbà tí ò lè kúta tó ń bá wa nà. Àwọn tó ń bá wa nà wọ́n sì wá jèrè bí orúkọ ọmọ mi. Ìfẹ́lẹ́ mo dé pẹ̀lú ohun mi tó lárinrin. Tí mo fi ń kọrin táwọn èèyàn gidi ń bá mi jó. Ọba tó rán wọn ará ìgbà mi ló tó rán mi. Ajá rẹ̀ má lọ́nà bẹ́tí sì fèrè tàbẹ́ orúkọ. Ìgbà tó bá sọ fún ẹ̀ á fún lójú kan sí. Ọmọ tó sọ fún yọ padà sáwá bá wà ní. Bàbá tó dá mi bá fèmí dídí wọn lẹ́nu. Ìbùkún Ọlọ́run bá sọ̀kalẹ̀ sínú ayé mi sí. Àrẹ̀mú ló lórí àgbọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣọwọ́ ètò kẹ̀ǹgẹ̀. Ìgúnnugún ti bá ojú rẹ̀ tó lé gbogbo. Iná ti jó lóko màjàlá máa ṣòfò fún lédi. Ìmísí ọba ohun tó ti gbé mi wọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí aṣọ ògùn. Ọba tó ráwọn ará ìgbàanì ló tún rán mi sí ẹ. Ó ní kàtà fẹ́ni tọ́lá òun gbà fún ló dára. Yé fi gbèdéke sọ́lá tọ́lọ̀ kùyàn tó súnmọ́ ẹ. Odó máa tó tán, ṣé wọ́n lọ lọ́wọ́n àṣẹ̀dá kò dá wa. Ìgbà tó bá sọ fóun kẹ̀ á fún lọ́dún kan sí. Ó máa tó tán fún yóò padà sáwá bá wa ní. Bàbá tó dá mi bá fèyí dìdí wọn lẹ́nu bá o. Ìbùkún Ọlọ́run bá sọ̀kalẹ̀ sínú ayé mi sí. Ẹni táyé bá yẹ tí bàbá lòkun kó múra gan. Kẹ́ra má dùrà má fòrò sókè tọ́lọ́run ọba. Àwọn tó ń ṣọ́ ẹ tó fẹ́ ga ìbọn lójú wọn. Ibi tó lúwa ẹ̀ bá kú díẹ̀ sí iná máa sọ. Ewé àgbéjẹ́ tọ́ba ọlọ́run ò so mọ́wọ́ wa. Tọ́ta fẹ́ fi fáso ọlọ́run ò máa ní fún wọn so. Bí kótán ṣámọ́ta rò kán lè róhùn sọ. Owó nílé rẹ̀ ó ti padà wá gọ sẹ́yìn wa. Ọ̀pọ̀ ìdílé aláyọ̀ náà gbèrò pé kó dàwòrò. Ṣùgbọ́n ká tó fún wọn láyọ̀ níbẹ̀ ló jáṣẹ́ wọn. Ó ṣe jẹ́ pé bí ìbàjẹ́ ènìyàn bá ti ń bá ẹ̀gàn. Òronú ẹ̀ wò ká túbọ̀ tán rẹ̀ ó máa nira. Kótán lájà ńlá ni omi tó dìbà ni. Bájọ́ bá korí bomi òkun wò ajá bómi lọ. Iná tán láwọn bá tàn kálẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ fẹ́fẹ́ pa. Àtàkùn ṣe ló túbọ̀ jù sí káyé rìn kedere. Ìgbà tó bá sọ fún kẹ́ á fún lọ́dún kan sí. Ọmọ tó tọ́ fún yọ padà sáwá bá wà ní. Bàbá tó dá ní bàbá mi wọ́n lẹ́nu pa ò. Ìbùkún ọlọ́run bá sọ kalẹ̀ sí náà níbi sí. Àwọn eyé ṣe yé ṣe. Ìbàjẹ́ ò lè jẹ́ ká ṣe. Ó jẹ́ májẹ̀mú. Ìwà ìbàjẹ́ tó fi yangàn. Bó ṣe ń gbìyànjú láti ní àgòkè àṣeyọrí. Tó ń tiraka lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ máa ló tún jábọ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ wa yé ṣe yé ṣe. Àbòsí ò lè bẹ́ẹ̀ náà o. Ó jẹ́ lọ́dẹ̀kùn. Ìwà àbòsí tó fi yangàn. Bó ṣe ń gbìyànjú láti ní àgòkè àṣeyọrí. Tó ń tiraka lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ máa ló tún jábọ́. Àìbẹ̀tẹ̀ lóríṣiríṣi. Àti lálùjọ tẹ́jọ́ sí o. Ṣùgbọ́n omi lè ṣe. Ká má sọ̀rọ̀ yíyẹ kíyẹ o. Ìránṣẹ́ ọlọ́run. Kì í fọ̀rọ̀ sábẹ́ àwọn sọ̀rọ̀. Ayé rẹ̀ lè dá. Lọ́lọ́run ṣe rán mi sí yẹ o. Lágùndé ọ̀run. Ló ti yàn pé dáradára o. Ṣùgbọ́n kò sí rẹ̀. Òun ló kún fọ́tò oúnjẹ ìkúlẹ̀. Jọ ayé jẹ́ yéye. Ìbàjẹ́ ò lè jẹ́ ká o. Jọ ọlọ́dẹ̀kùn. Ìwà ìbàjẹ́ tó fi yàn kó. Ó ṣe ń gbìyànjú láti ní àgòkè àṣeyọrí. Tó ń tiraka lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ máa ló tún jábọ́. Àti forin ṣe wá sí òtí ẹlòkùn kó yàgò. Wọ́n lọ yẹ kó ga kó jà wọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ lọ. Olórí ìyẹn ò gẹ́gẹ́ bí àyànmọ́ rẹ̀ tó pọ̀. Ó jẹ́ yàlẹ́nu wípé kò ẹ̀yìn ló tún ṣì wá. Ó ṣe ilé rẹ̀ pọ̀ kì í ṣàjẹ́ ilé rẹ̀ o. Iṣẹ́ ọmọ rẹ̀ àti ìwà rẹ̀ ni ó yí padà tó rábòsí rẹ̀. Òun ló kún fa tó ń já ìwúlẹ̀. Yéṣe yéṣe. Àbòsí ò lè bẹ́ẹ̀ náà o. Ó jẹ́ lọ́dẹ̀kùn. Ìwà àbòsí tó fi yangàn. Bó ṣe ń gbìyànjú láti ní àgòkè àṣeyọrí. Tó ń tiraka lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ máa ló tún jábọ́. Ayé fẹ́lẹ́ bí rẹ̀.